Hell yeah. Yeah, glare up,
and I
dude. We
look
love
like
a little bit of glare. You
yeah,
gotta.
dude. It's because my screen is cracked right over my camera, so any sort of light just like ruins it.
Yeah.
I look kind of angelic though. I think I look like fancy.
Yeah, you're glowing, dude. You look like you could be in a K-pop band.
Yeah, right.
First of all, I want to say happy birthday to your cat. Just want to get that out
Oh,
of the way.
dude, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Happy birthday to Thomas, for real. He's my favorite boy.
Favorite feline? 1 year old?
1 year old, yeah, his first year. I've had him for nearly 10 months now.
Nice, nice. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a good ass cat. Hold up, I got a sneeze coming down the pipeline. Sorry. Maybe it'll go away.
You're good.
Um,
I just got over fucking norovirus, so that was
is
ass.
that where you throw up?
It's where you puke and shit your guts out for like 1 to 3 days. I only got it for 1 day, thankfully, but yeah, it was pretty bad even for that 1 day.
Yeah, no, it's never fun. I had food poisoning about 6 months ago, and I was fucking
Oh,
puking and shitting all over the place. Maybe like 4 months ago. It sucked.
oh,
It sucked. Not
yeah,
nothing
sounds
fun
terrible.
about. No, yeah, just throwing up sucks. I was sick for like so long too. I thought I was gonna die. Thankfully, I'm still here.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So, fucking Dax the King Dodge.
Yeah.
Uptown dumpster. I feel like that implies the existence of a downtown dumpster. Any downtown
Uh,
dumpsters in the hood?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are. I kind of look at it like it was just a random phrase I came up with, but
Mm-hmm.
like it's like I feel like I'm a dumpster. I used to really hate myself, so I'm like a dumpster in a nice part of town though. Like it's a nice, well maintained, nice clean dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no roaches crawling around it. There ain't no juice in the bottom.
What about
The
raccoons?
bags are, it's not overflowing. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, it's a little shitty, but it's a little gross inherently. But at least it's well kept up.
Mm-hmm. You got any raccoons in the dumpster?
Oh, maybe a couple, but they're well groomed raccoons.
Nice, yeah. I always liked raccoons. I had a brief thing for a while where I would just have to look at pictures of raccoons every day to keep my mood right. I should get
Right?
back into that. I've been less of a man since doing that, I feel like. Hey,
You should.
you seen the fucking stickers, the I voted stickers for Michigan?
No, I'm not planning on voting. What do they look like?
So they did a contest where they let people design the stickers that they'd give to voters, and the winner was like a 14-year-old girl, and her design was like a werewolf like ripping off his shirt, and it says like I
Yeah.
voted on the top. It looks so awesome. Like I want to come back to
Hell
the
yeah.
states just to vote and get one. Like I don't even want to
Did
fucking
they
vote.
choose that one?
Yeah, voters they let voters choose, and the internet did its
Yeah.
thing, and they picked the fucking
Oh,
furry
hell yeah.
werewolf. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because last election cycle they had that in like some other state, and it was like a really weird, like John Carpenter's The Thing head with legs sticking out of it, and they didn't let that one be the official I voted sticker. I really have no idea why.
Stupid. That's stupid. That's ignoring democracy at its finest.
Exactly. Yeah. We the people, my ass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard being an American these days for sure. Um, yeah, man. So I was thinking about watching Five Nights at Freddy's last night. I didn't get around to it because I was thinking about it at like 2:30 in the morning. I was like, I should just go to sleep and maybe I can watch Five Nights at Freddy's tomorrow. You've seen it.
Are you a previous fan of the games, or
No, I
do you
never
just
played him. I never played him. I'm down with it though. I like Freddy Fazbear, man. He's cool. He's cool.
he's
I feel
cool?
like I want to be part of the culture, but I'm like old. I'm like 30, so
Well, I want to give you a good warning. It's definitely as a fan, I love the movie,
yeah.
but it's definitely for the fans mostly. So you might not get a whole lot out of it. You might get a little out of it, but the animatronics look good. So if you like looking at them, you'll probably at least somewhat enjoy the movie.
I'm someone that's very easily entertained, and I'm not
Oh, there
really
you
a
go.
fan of highbrow cinema.
There
My
you go.
favorite
Well, yeah, you'll
movies are
probably
like
like it.
Paul Blart Mall Cop and like superhero movie and stuff like that. Like I like things that are immensely stupid. So
Well, then
I
you'll
think
probably
it's,
like it.
yeah, I think it's time. You got it. Is on a previous podcast, I was trying to power rank all the different Freddy Fazbear, all the Five Nights at Freddy's characters. Do you have like a favorite character? Who should I keep my eyes on?
I do. Yeah, it's classic Bonnie, original Bonnie. He was my favorite when I first saw the game. The way I became a fan initially was before the Markiplier video came out. I was in the lunchroom in 6th grade, and my friend was on the App Store, on the iPhone App Store, and he was like, "Look at this scary shit." And it was just the App Store page for Five Nights at Freddy's, and I already had a fear of animatronics like as a kid, so I was like hooked. And I saw Bonnie on one of the preview pictures, and something about it just like hooked me. Something about it right there. I was like, I like this thing.
Love at
And
first
ever
sight.
since then, classic Bonnie has been my favorite. Like, yeah, I like other Bonnies. I like Funtime Freddy. I like Innard, but classic Bonnie, you just can't beat. Like, it's the scariest. It's absolutely the scariest.
Okay, man, eyes peeled, dude. I'll keep my eyes on Bonnie. I always like the name Bonnie.
Yeah, I would name my daughter Bonnie, or like name my daughter Mangle. You think that's a good kid's name for a girl, Mangle?
Yeah, if I have a daughter, I'm gonna name her Slay Queen Lindsay, and then if I have a son, his name is gonna be Epic Swag.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah, Epic Swag. What's your last name? Chuck?
Lindsay.
Lindsay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
Epic
Lindsay
Swag
Lohan.
Lindsay. I think
Yeah.
that's a good name. Sounds kind of like a Wild West cowboy to me.
Yeah.
Epic Swag Lindsay.
I actually have 2 kids already, man. I had twins. Maybe
Really?
6 years ago. Yeah, mac and cheese and Caesar salad.
Is that all? Is that their first name or first and middle? Like mac and cheese is one word?
I don't know. Their mother has custody, so it's been a while since I've seen them. I don't really know how she's working it out, but
Oh, fair enough.
yeah, they're good kids. I gave birth live on Instagram. It was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm sad I missed that one.
Back in the glory days, man. Back in the glory days. Now I'm old and washed up, so I don't really get those. I don't really have that inner fire to give live birth on Instagram anymore. But
Oh
maybe
yeah,
someday.
I'm surprised they didn't ban you for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd already been banned enough for posting tasteful nudes. I think at that point they were like, he's a fucking lost cause.
Oh,
Dude, once
are
they
you a part
shadow
of
ban you don't have anything to worry about. They're like, he's harmless now.
You a part of the Free the Penis movement?
No, dude, I never hung dong. I never hung dong on the gram, but just tasteful nudes.
Oh man,
Tasteful nudes.
I have a couple of pictures of me where I have my penis out, and I'm like, man, I look so good in this picture. I want to post it to Instagram, but like, I can't just post a pic with my penis out. And if I cropped it, it wouldn't have the same effect.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, because I
That's
can't
what
just be
Twitter's
out there.
for, though.
I guess. I wish it was just normal because I just want to. I look good. It's a part of my body. That part of my body looks good in this picture.
Yeah.
You know. So what?
Yeah.
It's not an inherently sexual thing.
No, dude, there's nothing. I mean, some people just, everyone plays a part in this world, and sometimes you gotta, if the lighting's good and your fucking shit, if your abs are looking good, if your cock's looking nice, dude, sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger and post the pic.
Is it against? I don't know. I just assumed nudity was against Instagram guidelines.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think it's a no-no. But if nobody reports it, I don't think there's a problem.
I've had my posts reported before. I've gotten like tons of little like notes from Instagram, like deleted your story because they tell me that it's threatening violence when I post like, oh man, I would really run over a pregnant mother for a 4-for-4 right now. Apparently that's I'm
You
not
would
like
do
saying
that?
I'm. No,
You're a
I wouldn't
fucking
actually do that. It's
monster.
just a funny post. It's just a funny post on Instagram, and they gotta ban it.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I think that's the difference between like before. I think that that's just like something that's come in the last like 2023, 2024. I got a post deleted because someone was hating on the song Dance Monkey, and I called them like a fucking buffoon or like a moron, or I was like, you're
Oh
like a
yeah,
lame.
just some
I,
basic.
I I think I called him a weenie or something like that. Just something completely harmless and innocuous. So that they're like, yeah, your comment's too fucking harsh. So
Yeah, they really will like ban you, or not ban you, but they'll really like note you over anything and just delete little posts over. They deleted one of my posts. I had taken these pictures with like a dead squid, and my friend
R.I.P.
had my friend had scars on his arm, like self-harm scars, and they banned the post for promoting self-harm, even though he was just posing but had scars, said
Mm-hmm.
nothing about it, post said nothing about it, no emphasis on it. It was just in the picture. And they deleted the post and were like, you're promoting self-harm. I'm like, you're just not allowing people that have self-harm to post. Like, that's kind of fucked up if you ask me.
Yeah, you're icing them out. You're silencing an already marginalized group.
Right? And a lot of people have done that. Like, that's a fairly common thing. At least at my generation, it's been fairly common for me to see my peers cut. So it's like, come on, man, just let the motherfuckers post. Is it really that bad? It's not bad at all.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, if anything, they probably need more visibility than any of us motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um, yeah, yeah. Well, you posted your butt once on Instagram. I seen it not long ago on the
Oh yeah,
hunting for fucking the skinwalkers.
hunting for, yeah, the true skinwalker was me apparently. Fucking the way my arms and ass look in that picture, I don't look like I got any meat to me.
I didn't really zoom in. I didn't really look at the specifics. I just saw a little bit of crack, and I was like, hell yeah, bro, fucking pop off. Did you find
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
Did you find any evidence of skinwalkers?
No, no, we heard some weird noises, but that's pretty par for the course in the woods. I mean, I grew up in a mix of a beach tourist town and backwood Alabama type place.
Mm-hmm.
So the woods, hearing weird noises in the woods is pretty normal, pretty much wherever you're at. So I don't know, we didn't see nothing, but with like 8 dudes walking around making a whole bunch of noise, that skinwalker ain't coming out.
Yeah, unless he's got fucking 7 homies with him ready to fucking fillet your asses.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know. I think 8 of us could take one skinwalker, but I think even 2 or 3 we're probably fucked at that point.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I try and stay away from skinwalkers, man. I don't want any fucking monster wearing my beautiful flesh and tricking my family.
Yeah, that would.
you
I
know.
think that would. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be around to like care, but it would. It is kind of a scary idea. Some skinwalker infiltrating my life. Of course, he doesn't know he just picked up 40 hours at the Striker factory, so he
Yeah,
better get his ass to work.
he better start fapping.
Yeah, he better become a full-time fapper.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's that. That's probably not a bad line of work for a skinwalker, man. Normalize them, introduce them to society. Maybe they're not so bad. Maybe they just need a little bit of love.
Do they have? Do they have like genitals? Skinwalkers?
I don't know. I'm not really an expert. My friend would listen to those fucking spooky stories, copy pastas before he went to bed, and that always perplexed me because I just don't get why. Like, I got tons of friends that'll watch like fucking true crime before they go to bed too. It's like,
Yeah.
does that not unsettle you? Like, they're like, it helps me sleep. I'm like, you're a serial killer.
No, I listen to FNAF videos to fall asleep. Like I play just like I have a like 4 or 5 FNAF YouTubers that talk in a monotone voice and barely edit in any audio clips, and I'll just listen to their videos, but like while I'm falling asleep because I want to like I need something for my brain to focus on, and I think about FNAF a lot anyway. I theorize about FNAF on my own.
Nice.
I was in the process of making a second theory video when my laptop broke, but so it's nice, like, like counting sheep before you go to bed. You just want your brain to be thinking about something.
Yeah.
For me, it's FNAF theories 9 times out of 10. So that's the best way for me to get to sleep.
That sounds interesting. Do you find that like each night, like you're learning something new about the lore? Like how much lore is there to go through, or is it merely like speculation, or like? Do you ever get jolted awake by like a theory that's so fucking intense? You're like, whoa, fucking
Well,
that fucked me
that's
up.
a hard question. FNAF is so the series has been going on for 10 years at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and almost every piece of evidence can be argued to mean more than one thing. So when you consider, I don't even know how many games there are, including side games, tons and tons of games, tons and tons of books, 10 years worth of a very prevalent, popular franchise, and almost none of it is set in stone. In the
Mhm.
modern day FNAF theorizing, you have to like believe a theory that proves a theory that proves a theory that proves a theory. Then you can start theorizing about whatever specific thing that you're thinking about. So like it's honestly at the point where there's no like I don't think there's a way to be a beginner FNAF theorizer. Like I've
Mhm.
been in it since before the fandom was really around. I've been in it through the whole time, heavily invested all 10 years. So I have a pretty good ability to like recall stuff off the top of my head. I have a very deep encyclopedic knowledge of random FNAF shit.
Nice.
So for me, it's not as hard, but like it's so it we don't even know what evidence we can consider. There are so many pieces of evidence that it's like, can we even consider this for the games? Can we even consider this for lore? But it's
Do
like
you think you would last?
it's so fucking complicated.
Do you think you would last 5 nights if you were in that
Which
situation?
which one?
Maybe the first one? Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, probably. If it works exactly like it does in the game, yeah, probably. Depends on how, like, what night though, because I'm not. The only FNAF game I'm good at playing is FNAF 2. I'm really pretty decent at FNAF 2, but FNAF 1 is like a lot more like thinking and like timing and resource management, whereas FNAF 2 is like quick on your feet, reflex action and planning ahead, and I'm a little better at that. Are you lighting up what you lighting up there, Chuck?
Well, it looks like a cigar, but there's marijuana inside.
Oh,
Um,
nice. I don't know if you saw me hit my ugly ass bong earlier, but
that's all.
so what is weed legal there in Thailand?
It is. They were trying. It's been legal for like 2 years, 2.5 years,
Hell yeah.
and they were trying to make it illegal again. At the start of 2025, and people are like, no fucking way, no way you're making it illegal. It's fucking work.
Too good to be legal. It
And
gets too good.
also, it's fucking a zoo out here. There's literally thousands of stores, no regulation, just fucking immediately, just
Damn.
millions popped up. So I think they're gonna
Did they
try.
have a I remember in like 2016, I saw this YouTube video that was talking about like I think it was Thailand, and it was like, oh, they have these restaurants that serve happy pizza and happy slushies, and they have weed in them. You ever had any of those? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I think it's still a thing. I haven't come across it. I mean, I'm sure I could find it pretty easily. I don't. I'm sort of like a fucking hermit. I don't really like going outside very much.
I
Uh,
have a I have a possibly weird question for you, Chuck, because I know why I want to go to Thailand.
Lady boys.
You like them lady boys out there?
No, I'm kind of like afraid of sex, so I feel very
Oh.
like isolated, because so many
Hmm.
people here come for like the sex tourism. I'm like afraid of all.
As-
I'm afraid of a nice seafood dinner. Um, so yeah, I mean they're here. They're definitely here. Um,
Do they harass you on the streets? Like any sort of prostitutes? Is that like, because I've seen videos of, but of course videos are like it could be distorted or not like actually how it is living there.
If you're so I where I live is like super far away from Bangkok. It's kind of like in the countryside, like small city, 6 or 7 hours away from Bangkok. But if you're in like the big touristy sex spots in Bangkok, yeah, 100%. They'll fucking come up to you and be like, oh, like blah 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 blah, yeah yeah yeah, fucking grabbing on your shit. Yeah, dude, you'll get fucking molested walking down the street on
I
a
don't want
Saturday.
that. Like I don't even if I'm there for the lady boy. Maybe on the lady boy street I want that, but I don't know. So I'm like bisexual, but it always feels way different to me when women are coming onto me in that way. Now if it's a lady boy, it's a little different. I'm a little more okay with all them lady boys coming up harassing me. But the women better not start doing it. You know, they can't get the wrong idea.
Yeah, no, it can be fun. It's definitely an experience. Yeah, my friend
Is
came to
it?
visit. He ended up dancing with a lady boy. They were bumping and grinding all night. And at first he thought that she was a lady, but I think halfway through he realized she was a lady boy, and he's like, ah, fuck it, whatever. I'm having fun.
So I have another question for you about Thailand. So my buddy, when I lived in Florida for the first 20 years of my life, my buddy had these Thailand people. They came over on like a work visa. They were around our age, so like
Hmm.
early 20s. And there was a lady boy in the group
Nice.
who was referred to with like male pronouns most of the time, shit like that.
Hmm.
But then there was a trans girl in the group that they completely respected as trans, like called her and all that. Um, uh, so like, is there? I don't understand like the huge difference. Is it just really that where like some people are just like, oh, I'm a lady boy, or oh, I'm
Yeah, man.
I'm
I
not a
think
lady boy, like I'm a woman.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to like personal preference or whatever you want to be labeled as. Like it's like fucking femboys and shit like that. Like there's tons
Yeah.
of fucking femboys in the States that use he him pronouns, but they
I'm kind of like
fucking
that. I love wearing women's clothing, but like I'm a dude, man. You can't take that from me. I'm a dude. I can show up in the finest, most luxurious silky dress ever, and I'm still a man.
Yeah, you really would have loved 2018 Chuck, dude. 2018 Chuck was all about wearing dresses and skirts.
Dude,
Um,
I think women's clothes are so cool, and
they're
men's
just
clothes are
more
sometimes
comfortable.
cool.
They're more comfortable. They're cooler usually.
Yeah, more unique.
Yeah, more unique. They are just exotic. You feel like fucking Young Thug or Prince or some shit like that, dude.
Yeah, that fucking Young Thug album cover. I posted about this on Instagram probably a fucking year ago now,
Jeffrey?
on my story, and I was just like, it it was Young Thug, couple pictures of him in dresses, and I was like, y'all don't realize how like ahead of the times and how important this shit was. Like,
Yeah.
and also inspirational to me because that's when I first started smoking weed. The first hit I ever took of weed
Mm.
was to Wyclef Jean,
Oh yeah.
the song
Yeah,
Wyclef Jean,
yeah.
and that
Yeah.
album cover, he's wearing a fucking dress,
He sure is.
and that shit just like that shit. I don't know. I think it
Jeffrey.
put something in my brain a long time ago when I was 13. I think it put that shit in my brain.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great album. It's a really great album.
Oh, great album, yeah.
I like the song Webby from that album, and I like the music video because he's just chilling in his house, like eating Cheetos and smoking weed, and I'm like dancing with his money. I was like, that looks fucking dope. I was
Yeah,
like
me
that
and
one.
me and Brad are definitely gonna make or me and .jpeg I should say are gonna make a song together at some point, and I want the music video to be very like stereotypical, like crowd of people, guns,
Oh shit.
drugs, money, but I want to be in like a crop top and like some gay shorts, like I want it to be like kind of a hard, uncomfortable, like just mix of the two parts of like what's going on here, which is the rap that is being said where it's like, oh, I'm hard, I have guns, I sell drugs, I have money, and then the real shit where it's like I'm actually just kind of like a little like gay dude. Like there's not
Yeah.
I'm not a hard ass, I'm a pussy, I run first. Like I do own guns, but let me tell you, in any situation my first choice is run.
Hmm.
Run is the first option every single time.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to get shot. Me and I did a
Hell no.
podcast last night actually, and we were shitting on guns. We were saying it's more badass to be stabbed with a sword, or like
Oh
hit me
yeah,
with a
I
giant
agree.
battle axe.
I think guns are fucking.
Well, you're
like I
you're
grew
like
up
a
around
Florida
guns.
man though. You're like you got Florida
Yeah.
in you, dude. So it's like I don't
Yeah.
judge you. I'm not gonna call you a bitch for having a gun, dude. It's in your blood, dude. It's your birthright as a Florida man.
Well, something in my town that I haven't like followed up on since I've been in the north is though I'm working on it, like kind of a rite of passage when you turn 21. One of the first things you do, of course, you go to the liquor store. The
Hmm.
second thing you do is you book your appointment to get your concealed carry permit.
Okay.
Because by that point you already passed 18, so you already own a couple guns. This is like generally in my hometown. So you're already 21, so you probably own 2 or 3 guns by now, and you want to get your concealed carry. Now you can buy pistols, so you got to buy a pistol, and then as soon as you can, get your concealed carry. Shit, I'm 22. I haven't gotten my concealed carry yet, and I feel like even though I don't live in Florida no more, I feel that pressure where it's like you're behind the curve, man. You're 22 and you still ain't carrying, and it's like that's not really normal up here in the north like it is in the south.
Yeah,
it's not abnormal. It's still America, but in the south it's like so normal that if you don't, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, the Panama City OGs are going to be looking down on you.
Oh yeah, well, because you got like my hometown is like a really weird mix of 2 types of people. You got like poor, like shitty, like economic situation, like living in that we have a lot of government housing, or like just people in bad financial situations. So there's like, and then you've got redneck hick fucks. Like that's the 2 types of people, and they're both equally broke. Just one lives in a shitty, like rundown trailer in the middle of the woods, and the other lives in government housing or a cheap, living spot in town.
Right.
And that mix is like, they're both like, they both, I don't know, in my experience, the hicks are way ruder, like way worse to deal with. But both of those groups of people, like, guns are just completely normal. So it's just like, it's like up here when I bought my first gun, I told people like I would in my hometown. I was just like, yo, I bought my first gun, like I'm really excited, I'm ready to take it to the range. And people were looking at me like I was a psycho. Like I was about to like load up and go like hurt somebody. And like I'm like, dude, this is normal to me. I don't know why this is like some scary shit to y'all, because I go to a psychiatrist. I'm medicated, I'm a sane, normal guy. And like I'm just I like my Second Amendment. And that's it. It's not a crazy thing, but like the difference politically is so massive, like just for what you're kind of allowed to like say and do up here openly. They don't care that I own guns behind closed doors, but they find it weird. Like they found it weird that I'm like, yo, I just bought a new gun. Like, I'm not trying to act hard. It's not badass. I'm not badass for owning a gun. I'm a normal dude.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like a different culture is essentially all it is. It's
I'm a Florida man in a northern land.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you said your hometown was a little weird, or like just had weird vibes. I mean, Kazoo has the vibes there are interesting as well.
Oh yeah, very strange place.
Yeah, very strange place. Every time Brad doesn't let me go to the train station there. I have to, if I'm gonna be at the train station in Kalamazoo, I have to tell Brad. I can't tell Brad that I'm gonna be there. Otherwise, I'll be like, no, I'm picking you up.
Oh, what? Because it's like kind of a bad area.
Yeah, he's like, I can't have you go there. It's like someone just got shot.
I feel like people up here, one thing people up here need to realize, this is a message to anyone from Kalamazoo that is listening to this fucking podcast, if anyone is. You have to stop thinking Kalamazoo is a rough place to live. Panama City is a fairly not terrible place to live, all things considered, and the crime there is way worse. It's way more dangerous. It is not super, like, you're not just going to get shot walking around, but I feel safer in the parts of Kalamazoo that people tell me to avoid than I do in the parts of my hometown where, like, you just kind of know to stay out of the vicinity of. Like, this place is nice, and I think people get so complacent. They live somewhere so long that they lose the ability to, like, see how nice it is. And Kalamazoo is a nice fucking place.
Yeah.
It's a really nice place. The crime here is, like, really not bad, not any worse than anywhere else in America or really the world, but mostly America.
I was going to say, you leave America and you're like, wow, everywhere in America is incredibly unsafe for no reason.
Well, I am, I've only been out of country once for like 8 hours total, so I don't have much experience in other parts of the world. Uh,
You'll get there.
yeah, I'll get there. Maybe I'll end up moving to Thailand just for all the lady boys.
Are you going to school?
No, I'm not built for college. I fucking hated high school, and I didn't take the ACT or any of that because I was like, fuck that. I'm never going to college no matter what.
Yeah,
And
I mean, no shame in that. I definitely don't blame you. The only reason I ask is, I was gonna say, if you did, you could do the same thing that I'm doing super fucking easily, which is just teaching. As long as you have a degree, a bachelor's degree, you can teach basically anywhere. But it's the only thing I've used my college degree for. And I didn't really want to go to college at all. I fucking just thought I just did because I thought I had to. Like my mom was like, "You got to go to college," and I went because it was fucking free. But I've not.
Oh, there you go.
My degrees are so fucking useless, and yeah.
What do you have a degree in?
I got two. I double majored in philosophy and communication studies.
Yeah, but even though those two degrees may not be particularly useful, like specifically, having two degrees will like pretty much get you a job most places. Like, if you're like, I double majored, that's a pretty big deal. At least, like, I don't know.
No
I
one
feel like
fucking
that's a
gives
good.
shit. No one fucking gives a shit.
Really? That's
won't-
crazy.
And besides, I fucking hate job applications more than anything, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually, to get my current job, I hope my job's not listening, but I had my sister-in-law just write the fucking job application and my resume and shit for me.
Where do you work now?
I work at a school in fucking, but
What do you teach?
English.
Well, that makes sense. I
like
figured.
6th grade to 12th grade, basically.
So do they come into your classroom speaking English, or do you have to know their language?
I don't fucking know Thai at all.
No
It's a
Thai.
very fucking. I know like fucking 10 phrases. I'm trying to learn. I'm
Damn.
trying to like read the fucking. It's a totally different characters and shit like that. So
How long have you lived there?
a little under a year.
A little under a year. Okay, that's pretty fair, actually. That's pretty fair. I
Yeah.
thought you had been living there a little longer.
No. And to be fair, the first since I've been here, I've had to like write lesson plans and I've had so much take home work that I was never used to having. So I haven't had time to like devote time to like learning a language super in depth. But I've been
Well, that makes sense.
yeah.
Well, I've
I
also
got
heard Thai is like really complicated to learn, especially for an English
yeah. It's a
speaker.
tonal language, so it's like Chinese. So it's based on tone. So like the same fucking like cow can mean like fucking 9 different things depending on how you, if you say it like cow or like
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so hard for me. That would be so hard for me.
Yeah. But I've
That's
actually been grinding more on Japanese because it's the language that I would rather learn.
You gonna move to Japan?
Maybe. It would be sick. That would be fucking really awesome. I'm just like a weeb. And Japan, they got tons of weirdos over there too, so I feel like I'd fit right in.
Oh, you'd probably fit right in.
Yeah.
That's something people have told me about Kalamazoo. Multiple people have said have asked if I was from Kalamazoo and told me that I fit right in here. That I'm like, that people think I'm from here because I fit in so well, and I'm like, I just didn't fit in Florida. Y'all motherfuckers just get to like see me be me. That sounded weird, but I just got lucky
no,
to
that sounds
like.
good, dude. That sounds empowering. High five,
No,
bro.
I said I meant it sounds weird that I said see me be me. That's
Oh,
four
yeah.
words
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
row.
Bars.
But yeah, like I did, like yeah. I mean, I don't know. I fit in great here.
Yeah. What's it like being in the most autistic gang in KZoo?
It's fucking great. I mean, I didn't establish, but like together with the rest of the people, I've established kind of like a graffiti community.
I seen
of,
that.
like,
Your guys' stuff looks awesome.
Yeah, like I've gotten a couple people into it, and I think it's like a really cool art form. So I'll just take people out there occasionally as like a fun adventure.
If I come
Well,
visit
I'm, like,
in March
committed
or
to it.
April, can we go?
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, it's really easy to get out there, and the employees don't give a fuck.
Nice.
So like the employees came up on us. The employees have come up on me a couple times, and you know, of course, you pack all your shit and run.
Yeah.
You know, because like, duh.
Yeah.
So one time, they pull up in a truck. And me and my buddy pack all our shit, and I like hop in between the trains to get to the car.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for my buddy to hop over, and he's not, like, I'm waiting like 30 seconds, and I don't hear anything, and he's not jumping over.
Yeah.
So I peek back over, and I'm like, "Yo, Shane, it's Shane. What the fuck?" I guess I shouldn't say his name, but it's too late. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But the employees came up, and he was like, "Yo, they told me to finish." They told me to finish what I was painting. Like, they're not using this track. Like, they don't care, to the point that they were like, yo, finish up.
Yeah.
And like, and they didn't call the cops. They've never called the cops. It's literally, they only kick us out. They'll either let us stay there, which I always leave anyway, because it's like, let me get out of your way. You guys actually work here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just some jackass making art. Like,
Yeah.
you work here. I'm gonna get out of your way.
Yeah. Yeah. You got trucks to load. Or
yeah,
shit to
like
do.
they don't care at all.
Yeah.
I have my face in my pictures and video of me. Like, I have a time lapse of me doing it. It's a little too late if anybody cares. Like, if the feds are building a case against me, it's kind of over. But it doesn't. No one cares about it. Like, it's such a. It's not. It shouldn't even be a crime, in my opinion. The only crime should be like, if they ask you to leave it and you keep being in their way. Like, yeah, that should be illegal, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, I haven't harmed a single train. I haven't dented one. I haven't scratched one. Yeah. It has an extra coat of paint thanks to me.
Yeah, no, I think spray painting is a beautiful thing. I love the art of graffiti. I'm a bitch though, and I'm just a bitch, so I'm afraid to break the law. I'm like a nice law-abiding citizen.
Well, I think that you should think of this how.
But no, I'll do it because I want to. It's fun. But I like working with spray paint. I spray painted a bunch.
Such a good medium.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's nice and fluid. But having the freedom to do such like a big canvas would be really fucking fun. And I noticed you got like a couple different characters, I feel like, in your artistic universe that I noticed just in your fucking thing. Like the worm head guy, you know, your avatar.
Yeah,
but
can
also
I talk about him? I actually have something to say about him. Yeah,
pop off.
Okay, so his name is Ichabod,
nice.
Which I named him that for two reasons. One, so most people think of Ichabod Crane, like the Headless Horseman guy. Yeah. He's not named after him. Okay. The name Ichabod means worthless.
Okay.
Or like not worthy.
Yeah.
And he wears a crown most of the time. His normal appearance is him with a crown.
Yeah.
I see that, like, in my journey, I didn't feel worthy in Florida. I felt like just another run-of-the-mill, like, piece of shit in Florida. And now in Michigan, I feel like I've become the king. I didn't come up with that name, by the way. I can go into that after this. Yeah. But, you know, I became the king, and people started calling me that, and, like, so Ichabod he's a worm, you know, he's weak and pathetic, but he's still the king. Yeah. And his name means not worthy, also just a fucking cool name. Yeah. But, he's, like, all these characters, not all of them, but most of them that I draw, like, I have a lot going on in my head about them, and people just get to see the stupid line art that I do of them. Like, there's a lot more to, like, 99% of these guys than anyone will ever know.
Well, you should capitalize on that, because I feel like in many ways we have I draw a bunch of monsters and fucked up faces and stuff like that, and I'm so absent about them. I just fucking draw them. Like, I wish I took the time to like apply stories to each fucking character, because like for example, like I've seen you draw the like little heart arm sticking out smiley face. Oh yeah. I do that one a lot too. I'll fucking like same fucking shit, maybe like throw some legs on him. It's fucking fun to draw, dude. It's fun to draw. It's a simple one. And if I draw like a heart now without a smiley face, without it being a heart person, it feels empty.
I think that my designs are like all, obviously they're all very simple, and I think that I try not to get an ego because most people could replicate what I'm doing pretty easily. Like I'm not that talented at designing. My characters look like anyone could draw what I draw.
Right.
Anyone with 1 week of consistent practice could paint how I paint. Like I'm not, well, maybe not. I have some built up skill from
Yeah,
like
you learn
consistent
things over time,
practice.
for sure.
But still, I don't feel that I'm like particularly special, honestly. Like anyone could design the stuff that I design. I think it just I think there's something about me that makes it like special, and I don't know what. I don't want to sound like an egotist, but people seem to really vibe with that, and it's really just kind of anyone could do this. It's just me being me. Anyone
Yeah.
could do what I'm doing and copy me easily, no problem.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. I've said the same shit about my own like art for forever as well. It's I do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
And I would say to what you said, just keep going, man. Just have fun with it. You definitely don't sound like an
Yep.
egoist at all, man. Like you said, people like it. Just keep going, man. Have fun with it. Don't stop.
Well, I would do it. I would do it whether the
Right,
internet
right,
existed
right,
or
right.
not.
Yeah, yeah.
That's something
yeah.
I've thought about a lot. Is because like I see stuff. I see like a lot of graffiti out there on the yard, obviously, and it's like most of this stuff, no one is ever gonna see. Like
Yeah.
no one on earth is like. It's very rare to come across this, and they might, especially the really old ones, they might not ever posted a picture online.
Mhm.
Like I saw one that was dated 01. So 2001. I
Yeah.
wondered if it was pre or post 9/11. That
Yeah.
was my first thought.
Yeah.
But like they probably didn't post that online anywhere that you can find it now. So I'm one of the few people that gets to see this. I would still do it in that case, but I also want clout off it. I want to get a lot of followers. I want 100 comments that say, "Your graffiti's fucking amazing, Dex. We love Ichabod. We love you so much."
Hell yeah.
Obviously.
It's good to get those. It's good to get that love, man. It's good to get that love. Yeah, that's just fucking dopamine.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess so.
but it
The
feels good. It
numbers.
feels good to be. It feels good to. Well, also as like an artist, like you want people to enjoy your work because It's like putting your soul. It's like part of your soul essentially. Like whether you like it or not, you like took the time and like effort to like make this thing. Like I couldn't fucking throw away all my fucking shit. Like why would I do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even like random
Yeah,
drawings, I'm like, this guy's fucking cool, man. I like his vibe. I don't want to just throw him away.
Well, back in middle school, I used to draw these like I called them surrealist comics, and they would be kind of the style I draw in now, but it would be like I made them on the iFunny comic creator back in middle school, and I made all these surrealist comics, and they were really bad. Like I still have them saved on my phone. They're still there. They're archived on my Instagram. They're terrible, but like I still look at that as like that's like a basis for what I'm doing now. Like the poetry I write now has some similarities to the words in those comics, and the art I do now is very similar to the art in those comics.
Yeah, yeah. I wish fucking I knew where like my because we in elementary school in Elmhurst we had to fucking we took art through kindergarten and 5th grade. And we had fucking art class every week, and we had to fucking do projects. I wish I knew where my art projects were, dude. I don't know if my mom kept them or threw them away. I'd love to fucking see that shit, because I fucking came across a sweater that we had to design or some shit like that. Fucking most fire shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, damn, dude, Picasso would be jealous of this masterpiece.
Well, yeah, I like had a bunch of my old. I used to draw. In elementary school, I drew a bunch of comics with my friend. We were both like the most bullied kids in the school, so we were friends in like the bottom of the barrel, and we used to draw these comics together and like redraw them and then give them to the class. and I don't have any of those anymore because I went through a hurricane that third strongest storm to ever hit the United States. Totaled my house.
Jesus.
Oh shit! Turn my camera off. Totaled my house, and yeah, I lost all my like old art, which I really wish I had, because like I would totally recreate that kind of stuff, or at least find a way to like incorporate it.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had a superhero, and I'm sure this isn't a super original idea, but like he was Rockman. It was just a rock with a cape.
Yeah.
And he would always end up in the right place at the right time, not doing anything. He always just sat there,
Yeah.
but in a way that like saved the day, you know, like a robber would trip over him or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
And like that's not golden material or anything, but I would love to be able to look at that now and like kind of take from it, you know, take stuff from it.
Yeah. So do you like? Are you still writing comics? Is that something you ever want to get back into?
I don't think I have I think my art style, like, then I wasn't really drawing little guys. I was mostly drawing stick figures, and like The Rock was just a bunch of lines.
Yeah.
And now I like, my art style over time evolved into like little creatures and little dudes.
Yeah.
Some, maybe, but I don't really have any funny ideas for comics. Like, I'm only really funny in conversation.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing, like, I guess, like, there's many ways to write a story, but back to your point about, like, each character has, like, more going on. You said earlier, like, your guys, like, they got fucking lives, man. So if you got ideas for them, man, it's good. The world should know that. Like, I encourage anyone to put as much lore into their stuff as they can, because it's cool, dude. Because then then people are making Five Nights at Freddy's mythology videos. Except it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, it's Ichabod mythology videos.
Well, that's like the dream, right? I think. Well, what I'm thinking now is like everything I do on paper more or less gets translated to a train or a wall. So now what I'm thinking the next level to that is like, yeah, I'll do it on paper, but what's going to get like published to the world is a comic on a train. I mean, has anyone ever done that before? Has anyone ever?
I haven't seen
I'm sure
it.
someone has. I'm sure someone has.
Don't say anything, dude.
But,
They're gonna steal it.
Wait. Cut this out. I don't want this idea stolen.
Yeah,
but,
you gotta do it quick, man. You gotta act fast. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've already been writing poetry on trains occasionally, and I've been drawing guys. So all I got to do is draw like 2 guys 4 times, and then write stuff, and that's it. That's the whole job.
Yeah. Just get one fucking. You just need one snap of it, man, and then you're good. Then you're viral. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so genius.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah.
100% gonna capitalize on that. Couple weeks from now, Max, you'll see it up on my my Instagram.
Hell yeah, man! I'm looking forward to it for sure. That'll be sick. Yeah, that's making me excited, dude. I'm getting hyped up.
I just gotta write something like half funny or even like intelligible, and then
yeah, you just need something that people can read, really. You know, as long as people can understand that it's a comic, I think you're mission achieved, dude. And you got characters unlocked. You got, you know.
There's a guy I love on Instagram. His name is Goosenov, and he just makes these comics, and they're usually like super surrealist or nonsensical, and I love it. Most of the time, the punchline is just the joke is that the comic doesn't make sense in one way or another, and I think that's so funny. So really, it only has to make sense enough that you can tell that it is supposed to be a comic. Yeah.
Just read some like fucking Pearls Before Swine and get fuzzy. Read some fucking Peanuts before, man. Get some ideas.
Fucking Far Side. That's really my Far Side. Or Calvin and Hobbes is really what I'd aspire to do comic wise.
Yeah. It's always nice to have a nice book of comics.
Yeah.
And Far Side was great. My older brother was a huge Far Side fan, so we had a bunch of the books around the house, and I would read those.
My parents were Far Side fans, and I had a bunch of the books around the house same way.
Yeah.
I always loved I think my favorite was the cow tools one.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Maybe.
It's cow tools. It just, the caption is cow tools, and it's just a farmer standing in front of a bunch of random shaped objects that kind of look like tools, and there's not really a joke to it. Like
Yeah.
there's not really a punchline. It's just kind of like, here's some weird shaped tools, and it says cow tools. And I think it's hilarious. I mean, I thought it was hilarious as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was just the funniest thing ever. There's not even really a joke there.
Yeah.
Like, there's not.
Yeah.
Unless you just find the shapes funny. I guess that can be a joke.
Did,
but there's just something so funny about, like, there's the pretense that you're going to be told a joke here, and you're just kind of left with, like, nothing.
Yeah, and their character designs are so the characters just look like such like fucking mongoloids or something. I don't know.
It's the right term for sure.
Yeah, they look fucked up. Yeah, I did. Was Captain Underpants still popping off like when you were a youth? Like,
Yeah. Captain Underpants was really popular when I was a kid.
Because they would be writing comic books with their friends in class. When you said you and your homie were writing comic books in class, it was like Captain Underpants.
Yeah. I was in 5th grade when I got into Captain Underpants, and I was like with that kid. His name was Blake. If you're out there, Blake. Last time I saw him, he was working at Taco Bell.
Nice.
I hope you got a better job by now, but but me and Blake used to do that together, and I was like, they're just like us. They're me and you. We're just like them.
Yeah.
And he didn't like the book series. He thought it was lame, so he was like, I'm not at all like Harold. And I'm like, dude, you're just like Harold.
Yeah. What was the other one? Harold and fucking.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
I know Mr. Krupp was the principal.
Yeah, that was Captain Underpants himself.
Yeah. He had a fucking crazy alter ego that would dance around in his underwear. Classic series.
I liked the movie too. Did you see the movie?
No, I didn't see the movie. By the time you read it,
good.
by the time you read it in 5th grade, man, that shit must have been 20 years old by that point. Because I was reading that.
Could have been. When did it come out?
I mean, I was reading that shit when I was in like fucking 1st grade, 2nd grade.
How old are you? What year were you in 1st grade?
In 1st grade it was like 2000, 2001, so it would have been like 9/11.
Yeah, like I'm 22, so I'm quite a bit. Yeah, quite the book series is quite a bit older. There were quite a bit more additions in the series when I read it.
Yeah.
They even had a spin-off.
I believe it. Well, they had a movie, man. Fucking.
Well, yeah. That was even more recent though. That was like, I don't know, like 2019, I think, or 2018.
Yeah. I think one of my next avenues is going to be getting into movie reviews. I might, in addition to doing snack reviews, start doing movie reviews. So
yeah,
I might have to watch fucking Captain Underpants, but I'm gonna watch.
I think you would like it if you end up with a positive opinion of the FNAF movie. I'd be a little surprised, but I would be very surprised if you didn't like the Captain Underpants movie.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. All my coworkers are making fun of me because they say that I am the type of guy that would like the movie Boss Baby. So for the last fucking 6 months, they've been pressuring me to watch Boss Baby. I haven't gotten around to it.
That movie sucks. It's just to me. I think if I was a kid, I might have liked it, but it's one of those movies that's just like, yeah, this is an alright kids movie. You know, it's just not. It's not funny to me because I'm a grown adult without a child, so it's just not. I'm not gonna get anything out of it.
Yeah, there's a reason I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I only watched it because it was like a meme for like a couple months, a long time ago.
It was a meme. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, nice. Hell yeah. Well, I gotta watch the meme movies while they're hot, man. I don't really like to jump into the meme movie bandwagon. You know, I'm never gonna see more.
I'm not like that anymore. That was like 2018 when I was like 16. So it's like, yeah, it's real funny to watch the Emoji Movie. Ironically, I don't really go see movies because it's funny anymore.
Yeah, dude, I've done some gay stuff, dude. I went on some movie dates with some bros before, dude. Just me and another friend, just seeing a movie. Nothing gay about that, dude. Just seeing a movie with your friend, man. It's cool.
Dude, I saw a movie with my buddy not that long ago, and we went out to eat after.
Hell yeah.
And as we were out to eat, I was like, this is kind of like a date.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me and was like, yeah. and then we both kept eating. There was nothing else to say.
Nice, that's hot.
Nothing gay about it. We're
yeah.
heterosexual life partners. There's nothing gay about it.
It's fun going on dates with your friends, man. It's fun dating.
Oh, of course,
dating
yeah.
with the bros,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, man, it's fun. You gotta get a little gay with the homies every now and then.
Just a little. Just a healthy amount.
Just a healthy
Which
amount.
may or may not include penetration, depending on the day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could jerk each other off or something like that.
That's just like a normal friendly activity.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
just like a normal thing. Yeah.
It's always better with friends, right?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta say, hey, listen, bro, I'm gonna be jerking off in like 10 minutes, so.
You know what? Do you know what jump humping is?
No, it sounds cool though. It sounds fun.
So
you jump and
Mormons,
hump?
you know, Mormons are like very like anti-sex, obviously.
Yeah,
so all
me
these
too.
Mormon teens try to find ways around sex, but to still have sex. And one of them is you get on like a bed, right? And you penetrate, right? But you just sit there, and then a third person jumps on the bed, so neither of y'all are moving, therefore not having sex. But there is an in and out motion because of the bouncing of the bed. I think it's so crazy that people will go that far and think that God doesn't realize what's going on.
Yeah. What do they think? God's stupid?
Well, I'm a
Or they
Christian,
just-
right?
they-
I've
they
got a
just get-
cross. I've
yeah.
got a cross necklace on.
Yeah, you got
like, I'm a
fucking
Christian.
you got a Bible
a little Jesus,
chapter
a little
in your
Jesus
bio.
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love God, right?
Yeah.
But there's no way, like, do you think he doesn't realize you're just not, like, just skirting the rules? Come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think he's just like, well, technically, I didn't say that was wrong. So yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Just come on in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think just you just gotta. But my first thought was like, but the people that are doing the bouncing, the third party, are they making money? Are they cutting a paycheck? Because maybe you could do fucking sperm donation. You could do jumping on the bed. You could earn a paycheck from that. You could do chemical
My
research
God.
studies, and then fucking.
This is the hustle.
Yeah.
You've really come up with like the modern day hustle. Well, the unfortunate truth is that most of the time it just happens with like another Mormon friend, because it's like,
oh yeah,
well, I
it's
jump
like
hump
you
for
scratch
you.
my back, I scratch yours type of thing.
Yeah. Like, you know, I'll jump for you and your boyfriend.
Yeah.
If you jump for me and my boyfriend tomorrow night, you know, like it's just a, you know, I'll help you hide from God if you help me hide from God.
Yeah, they should just suck each other off, I think.
They should just do it. Like, honestly, just do it. At that point, yeah, I honestly think it's all right. As a Christian, I think premarital sex is pretty all right.
Yeah.
And you should probably just do it and just enjoy it, and then just be like, yo, God, I'm sorry, bro. Like, that was fucked up of me. But
ask for forgiveness, man. No one's perfect.
yeah, like, why are you going to that? That's a very far length to go.
It's like you're trying to trick him. You're trying to like pull the wool over his eyes. It's not. And it's like. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think he doesn't know?
I think that's worse. I think that's worse than just doing it, because you're like trying to. Yeah. You're trying to skirt God's rules.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to like just get around the technicalities.
Yeah, they're getting too caught up in the rules. They're getting lost in the rules.
The specific wording of the rules, not what the rules mean, but the specific wording of the rules, and like how you can get directly around that.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be, for Mormons, it used to be anal. You know, they used to just do that and be like, that isn't sex. But then the Mormon Church was like, yo, that's totally sex. And so now they got to do weirder shit. Now they got to like be more creative to get around the laws.
Do Jehovah's Witness people have sex?
That's a good question. My friend was a Mormon, so I got like really interested in learning about Mormons for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't really know much about Jehovah's Witnesses.
My granny was a Jehovah's Witness, but she converted later in life after all her children were born. And I never asked her. I'm not gonna ask my granny if she's fucking, dude.
Yeah, that would be a weird question for your grandma, I think.
Yeah, and I didn't think of it until just now, so.
Well, now you should ask her now that you thought of it.
No,
I'm
dude,
curious.
R.I.P., dude, she's passed on. Actually, I'm
Oh,
pretty
rest
sure.
in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. I'm actually pretty sure my dad murdered her.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Jesus, really?
yeah,
That's crazy.
yep. So
You want to elaborate on that, or are you just gonna leave that
I'm
there?
leaving it there, dude. Well,
My Lord.
yeah, yeah,
Just a
yeah, man.
suspicion you have, or is it
No,
like
that's what me and my
is there
younger
some
brother think.
evidence?
I don't think it's totally out of the line. I mean, he was with her when she died, and he was reading her a book. And
What'd she die from? Just like, did she just like die?
she had had a stroke like a while, like maybe a year before she passed. So she was living with like a live-in nurse. Um, and I guess my dad went to visit her, and yeah, man, he's been through it. He's been up and down. So I don't know. Maybe he was looking to get a fucking check or some shit like that. Might have fucking hit her with a pillow, or I don't know, dude. It's not totally
That's
out of the
fucked
line.
up.
Yeah.
Crazy that you just dropped that casually, like it's nothing.
Maybe I should have
Like,
kept it
pretty
to
sure
myself.
you just said it just so casually. Pretty sure my dad murdered her, like it's nothing. Like
Well,
it's just
yeah,
another.
but yeah, I mean, well, that's what I think. You know, I'm not gonna hide my true feeling.
Well, at least you're not afraid to say it. But I mean, it must have been a while.
Yeah,
or-
I mean, I hope he doesn't. He's trying. I mean, hopefully he's trying to be on the righteous path. He's in rehab right now, or maybe getting out soon. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, hopefully he's not fucking doesn't get off rehab and watch this and then be like, my son thinks I murdered my fucking mother.
Well, I mean, maybe that'll be the time where he comes clean to
Yeah,
it.
dude,
Maybe he finally-
we need to have a talk, dude. We just
Yeah.
need to talk, dude. I got some.
Maybe he can give you some details that will make you think he didn't do it, or maybe he can just tell you that he did it. Maybe it could go either way.
Yeah, he could confess, or he could. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. Now you got me feeling bad that I'm fucking throwing him under the bus. But I could just spill fucking. I just could just drop a fucking. I could just trauma dump, dude, and then be like, we could get into a whole case. But we won't
Well,
bring it to that
I didn't mean
space.
to. I didn't mean to.
You're
pry
gonna
too
you
much.
unzip me, dude. You unravel me.
I didn't mean to. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take off the back of the costume, dude. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fun. They love it, dude. This is the world
This is
of
they
podcasting.
tune in for the real experience, the real experience, the real conversations.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, I think I told Brad that I thought my dad killed her too.
That's crazy. I like your hat, by the way. What's on your hat?
Little people, la boo boos.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought they were Hello Kitty things.
It kind
Is
of
it
Hello
kinda
Kitty
like-
Hello Kitty is very popular, but I think it's like another similar thing to Hello Kitty called La Boo Boo. This one kind of looks like a fucking like one of those Lock, Shock, and Barrel characters.
I actually have Lock, Shock, and Barrel tattooed on my leg.
All three of them?
All three of them, yeah.
Nice.
You want to see? Can I flip my camera here?
Yeah, flip
No,
it
that
up.
just zoomed in. That just zoomed in on your.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah.
Ah! Here we go. All right, we
Oh
flipped it.
yeah, nice.
Yeah. Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Yeah, I just whooped their ass in Kingdom Hearts.
Fuck you.
Had to do it,
Okay,
man.
yeah.
They stole fucking the heart. They stole the heart that Jack Skellington needed for his performance. So I had to whoop him. But I actually had to turn the sound off when I was gaming because it's fucking. It's like just three kids being like, "Ouch!" Like, stop it! Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like fucking.
Yeah.
My neighbors are gonna be like, "What's?"
Yeah, all these children screaming. All these children screaming.
Yeah.
I love like the aesthetic of Kingdom Hearts, but to me like the Goofy and Donald sound clips that play over and over in battle gets so, and then Sora screaming just gets so like ear grating. It's like I gotta turn this shit off, man. I gotta turn the volume off.
Yeah. I like to operate at a low volume.
Yeah.
Nice low volume. Then I can hear a little bit of what's going on, but I don't have to be like blasted with like ah. And then I'm not triggering the neighbors at like fucking 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm playing Red Dead 2,
Mm.
and I'm glad I don't live in an apartment anymore because I'm like holding a guy at gunpoint. He's like, please don't shoot me. He's like begging for his life, and I'm like, I am so glad that my house is like at least 7 feet away from the neighbors because like they can't hear this. But you know, this would be a worrying thing to hear.
Yeah, for sure. We've all been there.
Of course, I've been hearing. I had to get tuned in by my roommates a couple days ago about this neighbor who just like comes up to the house next door and like screams like, "Oh, you bitch, you started this, like you can't just hide in the house." He's just like screaming like, "Oh, you know, you started this, you bitch," and like just calling her all sorts of names. Open the fucking door. Like for hours he just stands out there and just yells
That's
into
the
the
sort of
house.
thing that would annoy me. I would say, "Sir, please stop yelling. You
I
can't
can't
be
see.
yelling
That's what's
here."
great about living just far enough apart is if the windows are closed, I can't hear him. So
Oh, okay.
you
Well,
know,
that's
it doesn't
nice.
even matter. They can do their own thing. If he wants to yell at her, you know, she can deal with that. That's her problem. I'll just close the window.
Yeah, fucking shut him out. Yeah, you got them nice heavy windows, man.
Well, if I thought he was a problem, if I thought he was like gonna start some violence, I would listen and maybe like be ready to call the cops or something. But
I thought you
the
were gonna
dude,
say shoot him.
this is like a regular occurrence. So there's pretty much no way he's gonna do anything. He's just gonna stand there and yell and leave. So there's no reason to even worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, fucking. Sometimes people just be yelling about shit.
Yeah, pretty sure it's a kind of a crackhead filled house anyway. So it kind of makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
He probably just took something and is like, I got so much energy to yell at this lady for hours straight.
Yeah, I love drug addicts, man. I love crackheads, and I love crazy drugged out people that are yelling. And
all my best friends are drug addicts.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes, you know. I'm trying to, I'm trying to fucking stop smoking so much weed, but
that's a hard one.
Yeah, but well, here's the thing. If it's basically just, I don't want to spend all my money smoking weed. I just don't want.
Right.
I only make like $1,000 a month, which is enough for me to live super comfortably out here. But in America, it's not shit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to come back totally fucking broke. But I also, I don't want to be smoking all my money away on weed. Because if I could, I would. If I could smoke a pound a day, I would, man. But
well, I've been trying to stop vaping just because it's like I've been coughing. I've developed like a smoker's cough, and I'm like, every time I hit the vape now, I can feel like my taste buds flare up in this really bad.
Yeah.
Like it's just a way where I'm like, yo, I need to like stop this shit. Like we don't even know the long-term effects of this. Like I need to chill for a bit.
Yeah, I never really got into the vaping thing. It just never really struck me as. I just like the feeling of smoke.
Yeah, I what I've been doing is every time I want to hit the vape, I just hit the dab pen instead, and that's been working out for me.
Holy shit! Yeah, that fucked me up, dude. Dabs are just what's the difference between like taking an actual dab and a dab pen? Is it the same or is it lighter or?
Way different.
Yeah.
I don't know like the science behind it, but like I guess some pens, like some are called live rosin. I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
But it's like that's a lot closer to taking a dab, but most of them are just like distillate, so it's just like cheaper, like liquid
watered
with
down
THC in it.
Yeah.
And that's like, so it's not as rough on you. It doesn't get you as brutally high most of the time, unless you're getting like a really nice cart.
Right. Or a live rosin cart or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know, live resin, some
Rosin.
shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the weed
shit.
prices in Michigan and Kalamazoo are delightful. So
cheap.
Yeah.
How much is the cheapest ounce you can get?
Here?
Yeah, there.
I can get brickweed, or I can get nicer weed than brickweed, but I can get brickweed, so like really fucking shitty weed for not expensive at all. You know, I could get fucking 10 grams of brickweed for like $3. But
Damn.
yeah,
Not worth it, probably.
exactly. It's like I don't want to. It's like fucking. I want to get high. Like I don't want to take the time to smoke like 7 joints. Like,
Yeah.
so I've been smoking the higher end stuff, which is around like the like super high shelf is maybe it's like $15 a gram for the highest shelf, and then $8 a gram for like the mid shelf.
Okay, makes sense.
But
Yeah, I'm paying $25 an ounce right now.
yeah,
And
no,
it's pretty
fucking,
decent weed.
it's I
Insane.
would now New Buffalo, which is where I was staying in Michigan, has like 20 dispensaries that open all at the same time, so they have super cheap prices. But
Yeah.
when I was living there, that wasn't the case, and the few dispensaries that were there were really, really fucking expensive. So I would just take the train to go to fucking Kalamazoo and pick up weed. It was like cheaper for me to
Yeah.
take the train and just get fucking a shitload of weed and go home. It
It's
was
so
like
cheap.
yeah, I could buy like 3 times as much weed for like less than the price, you know. Yeah.
It's mind blowing. Like every time I think I've found the cheapest weed that's worth buying, because like I'm sure you can get an ounce for cheaper than $25 in Kalamazoo, but this is the cheapest ounce that I can like smoke and get high. You know, I do have to smoke a fair bit of it,
Yeah.
but it's not smoking so much that it becomes a chore.
Right.
Like, you know, some weed you get and it's like, oh my God, I have to smoke so much of this to even get high that it's like, is it even worth it to hurt my fucking lungs this much?
Yeah, probably not. And that's what being 30 and smoking weed does to you too, because like I've been doing this for fucking so long. But it's fun. I like smoking weed. It's fun to smoke weed and listen to music. It's fun to smoke weed
Oh,
and play
yeah.
video games. So
It's
no,
really
I-
the only drug you can do all day, every day, and like function. Like, yeah, for like ever, or for a majority. Like, people smoke weed all day, every day for their entire lives and just are fine.
Yeah.
There's really no other drug like that.
Yeah, if I do it too much, I start getting paranoid though, because then I'm like not sleeping. I'm staying awake all day. I'm just smoking weed all the time. I'm like, can't go outside. I'm like, you know.
Well, you already said you don't go outside anyway.
Yeah, it's so I do. I'm actually going to Malaysia next week. I'm excited
Ooh.
about that.
Is that like you gonna drive there? You gonna take a bus there? You
No,
gonna
I'm
fly
taking-
there?
I'm flying. But a round trip, it's only like 50, like $40, $50. And here's the
Oh,
other
wow.
thing where I'm like, I need to stop smoking so much weed. The usual amount I paid to like buy weed was the same cost
Yeah.
of a round trip flight. So I'm like, whoa. Like 10 grams, which I smoke in like 6 days, is the same
Yeah.
as like a trip to a different country. It's like, why the fuck would I not like?
Just take more trips.
Like if I don't smoke weed for a month, I could visit Japan, which would be like awesome as fuck.
Oh, yeah. And then you can smoke weed after you save up that money too.
Yeah,
You can really
yeah, and
do
get
both.
fucking high as fuck. Get back from Japan and get absolutely fucking fucked up, dude.
I think that's the balance. You gotta enjoy vacation, but you gotta also enjoy your time at home.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to being back in America for like a month or a month and a half or whatever in March.
I'm so excited, dude. I've ever since so like the way I figured out about you, Brad was like, do you before we lived together, he was like, do you follow Young Chuck? And I was like, who the fuck is Young Chuck?
Hell yeah.
And he was like, you should follow him on Instagram. He's really funny. So I followed you on Instagram, and I was like, man, this dude is really funny. And then I watched the podcast with you and Brad,
Hell
or
yeah.
.jpg, and then I
Yeah.
watched the Skull Hole podcast with you on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I really want to just talk to this dude, hang out with this dude. He seems like a cool dude.
Hell yeah,
So
man.
I'm very excited for you to come down and just get to like actually meet you.
Yeah, no, there's no way fucking I'll be able to be an American. Brad not hang out with. He'll drive down and pick me up from wherever I'm at. He's like, I'll pick you up
Where
from
you
the
going?
airport.
Yeah, do you know where are you coming to Michigan? You coming somewhere else?
Yeah, so I'll probably be like mainly in Michigan, I would assume in Michigan and Illinois. 'Cause I got a bunch of
Nice.
bros in Illinois that I need to hang out with, and then like uh, I'll probably yeah stay in Michigan a decent bit too. That's where I like grew up between those two places. So and then
Hell
maybe I'll
yeah.
go to New York for like a couple days.
New York or New York City?
New York City.
I fucking hate that place, man.
Really?
I went there on vacation and it was a great 1 day trip,
Mm.
but I never want to go there ever again. It's
Yeah.
so disgusting. The whole place smells like garbage. Everyone there is an asshole.
Yeah.
It's super packed, it's super noisy, it's super like everything's ridiculously expensive. Everything about it sucks. Everything about it is terrible. I guess the only good thing about it, if this is a good thing, is that it's like a very big city. But like I went to Times Square and
Mm.
I'm looking up and all I see is screens with ads on them. I'm like, this isn't pretty to me looking at ads.
Yeah.
It looks like fucking it looks ugly as hell.
No, I'm a bigger fan. I mean, I like New York City because every time I'm there, I just end up having a ridiculously fun time, and I'm like, I don't sleep for like 2 days, and I'm just like
Well,
awake.
see, I didn't know people there, so like I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a lot of fun
Yeah,
stuff to
yeah,
do
if you
know people.
yeah, yeah, but if you're just going fucking doing tourist shit, yeah, it's gonna be fucking and
Yeah,
like have
pretty shitty tourist experience.
Yeah.
Like it was fine. I had fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun.
Yeah.
But I don't feel the need to go back as I do with like when I went to I don't know the Bahamas or
Ooh.
Seattle. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to go back to Seattle. Like
Yeah.
I want to go back to Colorado.
Yeah.
I was never. I'm always like I don't want to go back to New York City.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's a long way from Florida. I mean, you guys are basically polar opposites, so
Too many Yankee folk up there.
Yeah.
Well, even though I'm in a very Yankee area up here in fucking Michigan.
no, man, the Midwest is chill. The Midwest is the best region in the United States. I think I love the Midwest. Colorado is fun too. Colorado is cool. Washington, Seattle, it's okay, but
It's a nice place to visit. I
California,
went there to visit
fucking
family.
Los Angeles, we should just get rid of it, dude. Fuck LA.
Yeah, fuck. I've never been to California. I never want to go to California. I hate
Northern
that
California
place.
is nice. Redwoods, you should check it out. But
Oh, the
past
nature.
that,
I'm sure
yeah.
the nature in California is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, past that, San Francisco, LA, fuck all that, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible place.
Yeah.
It's a. I can't believe it's a part of the U.S. They should just cut it off like that Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, it's so funny because when I first went there, I was like, I'm gonna love it, dude. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so fun. I was like, I hate LA. I hate it. I hate this place. This place sucks.
That's something I've heard a lot from everyone I've known who's gone to like big LA or lived in LA is like, man, this place is fucking ass. Like this place is terrible.
Yeah, I think some people like it. I had a friend that was visiting down there, and he ended up moving there. He's like, you'd love it down here. Like, have you ever been? I was like, I hate to break it to you, but I hate it there. But I was like, I'm glad he's like big into yoga and shit like that, so makes sense.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
vegan stuff, so I like yoga and
I
vegan
think if
stuff.
you fit, I think if you fit the specific niche of LA type people, then yeah, you'd probably really enjoy it there. But I'm just like I'm not that type of person. Which
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything political there. It's not about the politics of it. It's just I don't know. It seems like a shitty fucking place.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Like other than Florida, no. It might be the worst state in America. I love Florida to death, but Florida might also be the worst state in America. It's a hard question there.
Speaking of things you don't like, what's your problem with Jiminy Cricket?
Oh wow, you went back. You went real back.
Deep cut.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I used to hate Jiminy Cricket, and I don't really have anything
you've
against
mended, he's mended him? You guys
Yeah,
mended
you
the
know,
relationship?
I don't really know what it was. I think it was the what pissed me off is that the way he's used as like a narrative plot device in the original Pinocchio Disney movie, you know, I thought was kind of lazy and a cop out at the time. When I posted that, I had recently in school watched the movie, and I thought his part in the story was stupid. I thought he was annoying. My more modern fictional hate is Stuart Little. Honestly,
come
Jiminy
on,
Cricket and
dude.
me are cool.
Yeah.
But Stuart Little fucking sucks.
What did Stuart Little do?
All right, I'm gonna keep this short because I have a lot to say about this. I've
Okay.
gone on for an hour straight about this, so I'm gonna keep it to like
Don't
an intro.
go too crazy.
No, we'll keep it to an intro paragraph. I think Stuart Little sucks because he claims to be like he lived this downtrodden, hard life, even though you got to think about this. As a mouse in an orphanage, yeah, as a human in an orphanage, it really sucks. But as a mouse, growing up in an orphanage is like heaven. You have as much food as you want. Humans are giving you attention. Like, you have a social life. Mice don't usually have social lives. They're fucking mice, you know? They don't get free, delicious cooked meals. They usually eat like garbage and scraps. He gets all this free shit, which is like heaven for a mouse. Huge space with no predators.
Yeah.
Nothing to run from, nothing to hide from. He's perfectly fine. He's safe. He's protected.
He's like a city
And then
boy.
he gets adopted, and he's like, "Oh, I'm from the streets. Like, it was really hard growing up. I had a hard life." No, he did not. He grew up. For a mouse, you got to keep in mind he's a rodent. He's a pest.
Yeah.
We put out traps for these
Well,
guys.
come on now,
Wait,
man. They're just
Dude
they're
is
God's
not.
creatures too.
Dude grew up in heaven. Now Remy the rat from Ratatouille. He
Okay.
really grew. He grew up literally in the sewers, and made a man of himself. He cooked, made a business. You know, he made a bunch of money. He with his skills, he earned his right, and he never complained about his hard life growing up, even though he did grow up in literally the sewers. Whereas Stuart Little, now he complained about growing up in mouse heaven, essentially. That's why I hate Stuart Little.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, nothing's worse than a faker. Let me throw another fictional mouse at you. Roddy the
Okay.
rat. Roddy the rat from Flushed Away. You ever see Flushed
From
Away?
Flushed Away, he's the main character from that movie, right?
Indeed.
I gotta say something maybe a little out of pocket. Two things. I've been compared to him a million times.
Oh, really?
That's the first thing, yeah. The second thing is I'd probably fuck him.
Oh, wow, nice. So
Yeah.
those are two fucking bombshell statements, dude.
Two
Those are bombshell
bombshells.
statements.
Yeah.
Well, I think I might fuck him.
Yeah, right?
Maybe, probably not. I wouldn't.
I think the
actually.
mouse nose would throw me. I think that the nose and tail would throw me off.
I wouldn't fuck him because I don't like his character. Because I think he leaves a lot to be desired, man. He's always fucking up. He's like a misogynist, and I think people do you a disservice by comparing you to him because you seem like a real stand-up guy. Like, you got a lot going for you, and you seem like a man of your word. He is like a lying, dishonest fucking. He's a pest.
That's
He is
true.
Truly a rat.
Well, I saw the movie one time when I was a child, so I don't really remember much about his character. I just remember what he looks like. But I trust what you're saying about him, all the lying shit. Because didn't he lie to the girl about like his past? He was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm
he was another
like,
faker.
like an,
Yeah,
an Aladdin type thing."
yeah, he was another faker. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. See, that would be the same reason. You know, it's like don't claim that. Just talk about what you really went through, and don't like sugarcoat it, and also don't, make it sound way cooler than it actually is.
yeah. So yeah, Roddy the rat, fuck him, dude.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah,
We
piece
don't
of
like
shit.
fakers out here. Hi,
Yeah,
Brad.
no fakers, real ones only.
No, you're good.
Tell Brad I say hi.
Probably not.
Hi,
Maybe.
Hi, Brad.
We'll talk later.
Hi,
1
Brad.
second. Hi, Chuck's saying hi. Brad says hi.
Hell yeah.
Okay, what were you saying?
Oh, we were shitting on Roddy the Rat Man. Just
Oh
another day
yeah,
in the office.
I don't really. I think the
I watched the movie
quality
3 years ago, and I liked it so much that I watched it a second time that week.
What, Flush Away?
Yep.
Man, you hate the main character, but you like the movie.
Yeah.
That's good. No, that means it's a good movie.
Yeah, man, I really did. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I had to watch it again. But that's sort of how I like to roll with movies. I like to watch them twice at a time. Twice. If I like them, I'll watch them again because my memory is so bad that I'll forget the entire plot of a movie 5 minutes after it's over. I'll be like, what happened? What did I just watch?
Oh, same. Yeah, I have such. I think it's because of my marijuana consumption from a young age. Like I just have such a terrible memory. I can't remember fucking jack shit, man.
Yeah,
like I just can't remember anything.
Yeah, except obscure Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
Oh, my brain like is filled to the brim with FNAF facts.
Yeah.
Probably why I was bad at math. I didn't have no room for numbers unless they included like timeline calculations. That's all I got room for.
Included 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only count to 5 nights.
That's all you really need in this day and age, man. Fucking 5 days a week, that 9 to 5. Booyah. Yeah, man, 21 gram blunt, dude. That'll do it to you. That'll knock your socks
you want to hear
out.
Oh, that's a funny story.
Let's go, dude.
You're bringing up the fun one. So, the caption, 9 plus 10 day. The date was 9/10/21.
Yeah.
What's 9 plus 10?
21. Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, so I think that this is the only time that 21 or 9 plus 10 day will ever be celebrated because 100 years ago in 1921, when the date would have been 9/10/21, obviously the vine did not exist.
Yeah.
And 100 years from 2021 in 2121, when the date is 9/10/21 again, I don't think anyone will remember that. If they do, I'll be surprised. So I think that me and my group of friends are the only people to ever smoke a 21 gram blunt for 9 plus 10 day. And I think that's beautiful that we are the only people ever to do that.
I think you guys should hit up Guinness Book of World Records.
The only people to smoke a 21 gram blunt on 9 plus 10 day. That's a great record, I think.
Yeah.
It should be recorded.
Hey man, so maybe someone else did it too, dude. Maybe you never know. Maybe somewhere fucking.
I don't think so. I've talked to a
it.
lot of people, man. I've asked them, "Did you celebrate 9 plus 10 day?"
With a
And
21 gram blunt.
The closest thing I found online, because I looked it up
Oh,
online.
okay, yeah,
the closest thing I
yeah.
found is that there was some Reddit comment. This is like scrolling through tons of shit.
Yeah.
I just got really high and
Yeah.
scrolled through a bunch of shit trying to see if anyone else had did it.
Yeah.
And someone said they had smoked 21 blunts
Oh.
for 9 plus 10 day.
Yeah.
So 21 blunts is close, and it might have been more or less than 21 grams in those blunts.
No way to know.
But in one blunt, maybe it's possible.
I seen the
but
video.
I
It was
highly doubt
impressive, dude. It looked like a big old thing, man.
Size of my forearm. It was I think a 3x3 or a 4x3. So like 3 relos by 3 relos or 9 I think it was a 3x3. Or no, it was a 4x3. So we had 4 sections.
Did you roll it?
So 12 relos. My friend Trey rolled it.
Shouts out.
Masterful. I held it still. It took a lot of it took 3 people to roll it.
It's as big as your forearm, dude.
We connected the segments, right? So like I connected the segments without licking the parts that Trey would use to finish connecting it.
Yeah.
And then my other friend licked the other parts, and then we licked them together, and then me and him held each side while Trey rolled he already had the weed, and once he was rolling it, we held it stable, and it was a long, probably an hour or more of rolling this thing. It was a lot of effort. It was a huge effort, and it paid off. It was great. it smoked for I think almost 3 hours straight.
Wow. Yeah. How many people were there?
So at first there was like 6 or 7, and
Okay.
then it smoked for so long that because people pulled up, and then we started rolling.
Uh-huh.
So people left as it was like
Going.
finishing, and by the
Yeah.
time it was done, it was just me and Trey.
Yeah, man, I would have been
So
so fucking high. I mean, 21
I was
grams
I
between
was
6 people.
fucked.
Yeah.
Well,
Was
there
that
were
the
some
highest
times
you've
like
ever
once you
been?
got to the middle part of it, it was really hitting hard,
Mm-hmm.
because there was better airflow,
Yeah.
and it was like it had to be like a gram each hit,
Yeah.
and you're just like, it looks like you're coughing out a fog machine. Like
Yeah.
it got brutal
Yeah.
at a point, and it's like you're not, I was 2021, so I was 19, so like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna stop
Yeah.
smoking
No.
because it hurts or because I'm high enough.
Yeah.
But I was fucked, and we were drinking too, so
Yeah.
I was just like, I was fucked.
Yeah, crossfaded as hell. I mean,
It was great.
yeah. Sounds fun. Sounds like how I want to celebrate next week. I'll get
Is that
back
an
from
EV
Malay.
blanket?
It's like all the evolutions.
Let me see. Yeah, show that shit off.
Jolty on
That art style reminds me of something I've seen before, but I might be confused.
Yeah.
Is that from like a specific comic or something?
No, I just got it. I got it on the internet for like $8. On
Oh, hell yeah.
Lazada, which is basically like Southeast Asia's version of Amazon.
Oh, hell yeah. They don't have Amazon over there?
I think Amazon would ship, but they got their own fucking shit, so might as well just use what everyone else is using.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's probably easier that way, quicker that way.
Yeah, and I think Amazon would have to like ship it. It just probably sounds more actually, you know what? Fuck Amazon. I
Yeah,
think I need to
fuck
take I need to take their ass to court because they've been charging me for the last year. They've been charging me $15 a fucking month for no reason. I don't have an Amazon account. None of my fucking
What the fuck?
They
Well,
just-
that's why the people listening to this podcast need our sponsor, Rocket Money.
Yeah,
Need our sponsor for this podcast, Rocket Money, where you can cancel all your subscriptions that you don't know about. See, I'm trying to make you some money, Chuck.
nice.
I'm
Thanks.
trying to make you some money, Chuck.
Thanks. I don't want to sell out though, man. I need
No,
to be
we're not sponsored by Rocket Money.
Yeah, no, dude. Cause I don't want to be giving all these people fucking my time. I can't sound like.
I don't know.
I think I respect people for trying to make money on the internet and doing ads and stuff, but I want to keep it honest, man. I don't want to be. I hate commercials. I hate advertisements.
Shit, I hate advertisements, but I like money, and I think I'm willing to sell out to an extent. Like, I would totally, like, do graffiti for a company. Of course, that's not a thing that would ever happen, but hypothetically, like,
That
I would
could
do my
happen.
art for a company. But I wouldn't make that, like, my whole thing. It would have to be a one-time, like, contractual, like, you pay me a ridiculous amount of money and I do this one thing for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm a huge BTS fanboy, but now they all got sponsorships with these luxury fashion brands. They're like the ambassadors of these luxury fashion brands. Each member has their own fucking brand. But all the
Damn.
fucking fashion brands are like led by Zionists and shit, and just like,
Oh,
and it's like,
that's a
oh
bad-
my god, it's like,
Come on.
and it's like I can't have my BTS boys be caught up in any of that, so I can't have them be on the Zionist side. So it really frustrates me.
Something I'm surprised you haven't brought up. I thought maybe it was because it's too controversial, but a long time ago on my Instagram, about the same time the Jiminy Cricket post, there's a couple anti-Israel posts.
I did actually see that, and I
Yeah.
just didn't write it down. But yeah, you were hating on,
I've been
you were hating on
I've been
him
anti-Israel for a long
since
time,
before it was
and
cool.
this shit has been happening for before I was born, before most of us were born, that are involved, like, interested in this, like, and I haven't known about it for long enough, but I've been seeing this shit, like, the child murders is not anything new.
Mm-mm.
The violent, unnecessarily brutal attacks are nothing new. I'm just glad to see that other people are starting to see it, like that it's becoming more mainstream to see the evils of the nation of Israel. It's not about the people of Israel, it's about the government, the same way that, you know, other governments suck and the people are fine. And I used to get called anti-Semitic for it. Now it's like, oh, you can just openly be like, yo, Israel sucks, like the nation of Israel sucks, like you can just kind of say that, and it's fine. And I'm glad, because they've been doing horrible shit for a long time. Like, thank God that people are starting to open their eyes to it, and it's like acceptable.
Yeah, and it's just disgusting. Like, people have no problem like hating on North Korea and being like, North Korea is horrible. So
Yeah.
obviously it's not North Koreans that are horrible, because they're being like brainwashed and like they're in a really shitty situation. And yeah, not all fucking people from Israel are shitty at all, man. It's just their government, like fucking the people in charge, and fucking America for supporting him, and all the other like countries that are financing the current shit going on, and this shit that's been going on and allowed to happen.
That's a messed up. It's very, this is another thing that I could go into for hours and hours, but it's a whole like big, like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I look at the real factual things, and there are real life conspiracies, and like the real life conspiracy is not that Jews control the world, it's that money controls the world, and that Israel's ability to control the Middle East is valuable money-wise to us, and to them and to the world. And that is like, you know, I used to get called anti-Semitic because saying fuck Israel obviously has some sort of connotation of like, well, it's a Jewish like ethno state, so in some way you're almost saying fuck Jewish people, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
You're forced to serve in the military for 2 years in Israel, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
Forced to serve for 2 years. If you're forced to serve in the military and then they tell you to shoot somebody, you're forced to do it. You have to do it.
Right.
It's the same in America. Our soldiers do the same things for the same reasons.
Yeah.
And the soldiers themselves are not bad people.
Yeah.
Some of the soldiers are bad people because they choose to do it in brutal ways.
Yeah.
But
or
like,
they think it's like fun.
I'm just glad that people are starting to see it and be like, yeah, wow, this is really fucked up. We should really do something about this.
Well, the scale that they've been fucking going at Israel recently, I mean, I know it's nothing new,
crazy.
But the scale, it's like fucking ridiculously, like, I'd seen today, fucking more children have died in Gaza in the last 12 months than anywhere in the world combined for the last 5 years.
Well, I don't know. I do know why. And some people, this may be more of a radical statement than just Israel sucks, but it is the idea is ethnic cleansing. They're trying to cleanse Palestinians from the earth, and they are intentionally, with the amount of schools that have been intentionally targeted by Israel, whether there were terrorists in those schools or not, you should not be targeting them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Children, like hundreds of children, should never be a reasonable excuse.
Of war,
like a reasonable casualty.
Yeah.
But that's both before and after it's been popular to talk about Israel being bad. That has been going on for decades, and there's no reason to bomb schools unless you're trying to like ethnically cleanse, like remove people from the earth. Which at this point is pretty
clear that is what they are trying to do.
Well, yeah, and everyone that I see that's defending it has to like jump through so many hoops just to say that, well, what Israel's doing is technically legal, or they just have to be so vague and ignorant that they, like, if you acknowledge the facts at all, you have to acknowledge that Israel is doing fucked up shit.
Yeah.
The only justification I've seen that even, which doesn't make sense how you could justify it this way, but the only one that even makes sense to me in any way is like, well, they're in war, so you got to do what you got to do. Still, they started the war. They're doing too much. They should just cease fire. They've been offered to cease fire. They denied it.
Yeah.
But at least that like has a frame of logic to it. Other than that, you're just jumping through fucking hoops to like defend an actual genocide, which is insane to me.
Yeah, like obviously, and it's the whole thing is just so fucked up.
Yeah,
it's one of the reasons why I like
political.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I like staying out of the country is like I feel, but it's still fucking discouraging to know that it's happening just in general. It's like ridiculously fucking insanely stupid and just like, why are we doing this? Like, why do we have to keep fucking going through this?
And as an American, as someone who lives in America, every dollar I make and every dollar I spend some of it gets given to the government, which gets given to Israel to continue a genocide, and like also given to other things I don't agree with within the government.
Yeah. And in the future, like, this is going to be framed in no other context than like a genocide, because that's exactly what it is. So you're going to feel like a fucking idiot in 20 years if you're like if you're like defending Israel now.
Well, it depends because you got to think about like, what if they win and then also if they win the war and then also win the narrative, what will be left over is not us everyday people saying that it sucks. It will be the media outlets and like published works that are defending Israel, which there are far more of when it comes to journalism versus everyday people opinions. So I think that it really, like, that's easy to say now because we have a ground floor look at it, but like depending on how it goes, like the narrative could get shifted in a way. Like you got to think about you were raised in the American public education system, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So like American textbooks being highly inaccurate, highly biased, highly like, trying to paint a picture of what America is and what it stands for when that's not really the truth.
Right.
It's like that could just happen with Israel and Palestine, and I could look like some old crony fuck, being like, well, Israel was really evil back then.
And you know what? I think, to be honest, in the future textbooks, in American textbooks, they probably won't even include that in the fucking chapter.
Probably not.
Yep.
Well, because they're our greatest allies, supposedly. So, like, what are we gonna... we gonna talk down about them? We won't talk down about ourselves in the textbooks. Why would we talk down about our friends in the textbooks?
Yeah. I really want to get into memorizing every country's flag and just be like the flag.
Oh, that's
man.
fun.
Yeah, because I can do the capitals. Like I know pretty much every capital.
Oh, wow. What's the capital of Serbia?
Belgrade.
Is that actually right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like their flag a lot. That's why I mentioned them specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tight. I've never been. I want to go. I really want to go to Uzbekistan and like Kazakhstan.
I want to go to one of those like smaller like old Russian satellite states like shit, I'm blanking on any names right now. I would say Ukraine, but Ukraine's in like a bad situation right now.
Yeah.
But like one of those like old Russian satellite states that's just kind of like say again.
Estonia,
yeah. Estonia would be a nice place to visit, I think.
Yeah, maybe. It could be. Yeah.
I mean, there's probably not a lot to do, but I think just being there would invigorate me.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to also go to China. I really want to go to China one day. I think it'd be super fucking fun. It's a big country. And I've seen some fucking pictures and shit, and I've seen one of my friends just went there recently, and I've seen a bunch of videos on his story and stuff, and it looked fucking awesome.
Dude, I want to live in... I have a friend who lived in China for, I think, a year, and lived in Rome for a year recently, and I want to live in Rome now. I would rather... Like, it sounds like such a cool like mystical place to live just for like a year or two just to experience it.
I went when I was 10. It was fucking awesome, man.
Oh hell
Fucking
yeah!
super cool.
I didn't go out of the country until I was an adult on my own dime.
Well, hey, good for you, man. Good for you for paying for it. My dad was British. My dad is British. Uh,
Oh, he was British. Did he get the American surgery, the American transformation
they
surgery?
Americanized him. No, he's British. That's why he's such a fucking cunt. But no, he. So when my parents were still together, we would like go to visit his family in England every like few years, maybe once every 5 years. Sometimes we go to other countries while we were there, just because we were out there. But fucking yeah, Rome was fucking sweet. Food is awesome. Definitely would be a badass fucking place to live.
Oh, and hearing from my buddy about it just sounds like such a cool spot.
Yeah.
The only thing for me now is like I have a cat now, and this cat is as important to me as my human son would be.
Right.
So,
That's the thing with you fucking pet owners, man. You're crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, I love this little cat. I dress him up in cute little costumes.
I get it.
You know, I noticed. This is something I want to talk about on the podcast. My Instagram likes and what posts get the most likes.
Yeah.
The most likes
Are
come
your
from
cats?
me when I'm showing skin. Me when I'm like in a crop top, in a short crop top. You know.
Yep.
Some nice, sexy pictures.
Yep.
The second most liked is pictures of my cat.
Yep.
People love my cat, and I love them too. Third most liked, the least most liked pictures are my art. Those
Yep.
are the ones that get the least attention. The ones that get the most are me sexy, and my cat is second.
Yeah.
But people are really tuned in for just my sexy body, I
Hey,
guess.
man, that's how it goes, dude. Just get used to it, cause that's just the
Oh,
way.
I'm happy that people like my sexy body. I like my sexy body too.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and you know, fucking. Keep going, man. People love thirst traps, man. I need to get back into it myself. But the thing is, man, now I'm old. Now I'm unk basically, and I'm going bald.
Yeah,
So.
dude, when you come to Michigan, me, you, and Brad can all film a thirst trap. You know, like a trio thirst trap for
Brad's been dying
the
to film a
baddies.
thirst trap with me for ages since I met him.
Dude, that would be hilarious. You know those thirst traps where there's like very slight gay sexual tension, but it's mostly like, hey ladies, look at how sexy we are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Nice.
I got like an artistic vision in mind.
Yeah, we'll hit it up. Sounds like good content.
Yeah, I think that would get us some
It get us some clicks.
some
could go
clicks,
viral.
yeah, some views.
Nice. Yeah. I could get a couple more Spotify listeners. I'm here for it.
Yeah, just put it on your TikTok, put one of your songs over it, and you could get some more listeners for sure.
Dude, yeah, I actually don't have a TikTok anymore, but it was I never really got into it. By that point, I had already rotted my brain so much and spent so many hours on social media platforms. I was like, I'm not downloading another one. Like, I'm not. This isn't happening. We're not doing this.
Yeah, I think I'm comfortable enough on Instagram. I mostly look at like art and pictures of monkeys on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So like I'm not scrolling through a bunch of like, well, I am scrolling through random nonsense, but I can't use TikTok. It's just different. I don't know. I'm just an old head. It's too much for me. I need the like slightly behind the times
Yeah.
Instagram to keep
you in check. Keep you hip. Yeah, man.
keep me hip and cool.
Yeah, but some people would use my songs on TikTok, which was always really cool. It was always exciting to see.
Oh hell yeah!
So maybe more. Maybe I'm viral on it now, dude. Maybe 1,000 people use one of my songs.
Dude, you never know. You only need to make 15 seconds of a song that becomes viral. You need 15 seconds of virality nowadays to be selling out stadiums. That's how.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it's
what
crazy.
TikTok has done to the modern day.
It's frightening.
Scene.
It's frightening, but I do like
It's
Spotify.
great, and it has upsides and downsides because like small artists are getting big off one hit, but also a lot of not so good music is becoming incredibly popular because of that formula.
Speaking of not so
But
good music, have you heard KSI's new song? That is a
oh
big
yeah, I
meme right
mean
now.
it's everywhere, and I listen to it in full. I have a trash rap playlist that's nearly 250 songs long,
Nice.
and I'm debating putting it on there at the moment because it's kind of rap, but it's more like pop. It's more like a pop song, honestly.
Yeah, it's not very good. I have been enjoying all the. It's just funny. It's just silly. It's
It's
like,
so funny.
yeah, it's not like it's fine. It's well produced. Like he sounds, the sound guy knew what he
Yeah.
was doing. But you know,
I think what makes it so funny is how dated it sounds. It sounds like it's from 2016 with like the two note guitar like beat. It sounds like something that would play on the radio when like what was that song that was like Ayo Ayo Pompeii? What was
uh,
that song? It sounds like it would play on the radio at the same time as that song. Like it's just dated as hell. It sounds so old.
you know what song I've
Well,
been
not.
listening to like on repeat recently is Stereo Love.
Oh, that's a great song.
It's so
You know what
good.
song I've been listening to on repeat?
What's that?
2024 Freestyle by Netspend.
Oh, okay. Nice.
He's terrible. He's terrible, but I think the how like amazing his production is inspires me to be a rap artist because I'm not good at rapping, but if I apply enough bullshit over it, eventually it will sound good.
I don't think you need to be good at rap at all to be an interesting artist. I'm not a good rapper at all, I don't think. Very bad, but it's fun and I just like making silly lyrics. So as long as I think if you talk about interesting things, people find it interesting. Like, and flow and timing and shit you just get with practice. Like it's not, you know.
Yeah, well, I freestyle a lot just on my own time,
Mhm.
and I notice my best freestyles are when I'm just like telling a story but making it rhyme. And if I could just, I think what I've talked about with Brad is like once we get the studio back, um, just like turn on a beat that loops and just like every time one of us thinks of a bar, rhyme it real quick, and then just wait in between, and then edit that together into like a back and forth off the top where it sounds like we're going back to back, but obviously we're taking time to think in between. Like, I think that would make a very fun, interesting song. And two of my favorite artists record their duo tracks like that.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, there's a million different ways to fucking record a track. So yeah, I think just getting in there, definitely fucking follow through on that. Have you released music before?
No, very far from it. I have one video on my phone of me freestyling, and everything else is just off the record, just doing it for fun because like I just enjoy it. It's taken me a long time to be at a point where I'm almost willing to show it to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something that I feel I'm not a part of, and once I like kind of join it, I need to be ready for people to see it, and I'm just kind of not ready for people to see it yet.
Yeah, definitely take your time, and it's keep fucking practicing, keep going with it. I guarantee, if you spend fucking 20 minutes a day, I'll come back in March and April. We'll be in the booth. Fucking, you'll be spitting fire.
Well, I drive about 20 minutes home every day, and I usually, whether I'm listening to like Spotify or listening to my Beats playlist on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually freestyling on the way home from work. So I'm on about 20 minutes a day at least.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Like
And
I said,
I
fucking
write
keep it up.
poetry. I write poetry at work most of the time. Usually, I'm writing a couple poems throughout the day, so that's a little bit of practice there.
Yeah. Like if you do it for 20 minutes and from now until April, you will definitely be comfortable sharing it or be like, I'm getting good now. Like I'm fucking getting good.
Yeah,
And which is fun to see.
good enough for people to see. Like, it doesn't have to be like the best rap you've ever heard. I don't know. I just want it to be at a point where it's like at least entertaining in one way or another. I want to contribute some level of entertainment value, whether it's like legitimately good or like funny or just entertaining somehow.
Yeah. I mean, like, when you're making it, just be like, is this something that I want to listen to? Like, do I like
Right?
listening to this? And if the
Yeah.
answer is yes, then fucking yeah, you're doing something right.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
I like good rap and I also like trash rap. So
Hmm.
whether I fall into if I fall into funny bad rap, well, that's fine with me. I'm okay with contributing to funny bad rap, although I will do it with full earnest because that's always when it's funniest is when the person is trying their hardest but they're still kind of bad.
Well, think
Um,
about artists
but
like,
if I'm good, then I'm good, and if I'm funny, then I'm funny. I'm kind of fine with whatever way it works out.
yeah, I mean, think about artists like Young Lean or like Blade or whatever. Like when they started, they were like regarded as like a joke, like they were like Ginseng Strip got popular
Yeah.
because it was like, oh, like it's so fucking bad or whatever. Like, but like
And it
people like understood there was a vibe there. Like there was like truth and like honesty and shit and like an actual like fucking emotion. And now like both of them have gone on to have like super good careers and like have done a
yeah.
bunch of different projects with different sounds and like
Yeah.
all amazing music and world tours and shit like that. So hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I think it's I've thrown away the need to like well, not fully, but I've partially thrown away the need to be like good at something art wise and more so just like the want to express it and for people that want to see it to see it. Like that's how my graffiti is. Like I just kind of want people that want to see it to have the ability to see it. If people think it sucks, that's fine. If people like it, that's fine. If people think it's funny, that's fine. Like I just kind of want to create and want people to see it if they want to, if they enjoy it for whatever reason. If people are looking at my graffiti and saying that's so terrible, haha, they're getting something out of it. Like they're laughing at it, but yeah, they're getting enjoyment out of it.
It's
So
better
like
than
that's
them looking
fine.
at it and just being like, meh, you know. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to make stuff that has like, even if people are laughing at it, at least it's given something to them, right?
yeah, yeah. Shouts out to JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, really. She's contributed a lot with that. I find her incredibly entertaining of a personality, and I'm glad that she has made all the career choices she has. She's a very entertaining person, and in the modern day, I find that very like endearing and very like she's just kind of doing. I mean, she obviously has like producers telling her partially what to do, but she's
Hmm.
just kind of doing her thing, and I respect that. Even if it is shitty, it's funny, and that's good. Make some entertaining shit, even if it's entertaining because it's bad.
Yeah, I seen some video today of her being like, I told my agents I wanted to invent a new genre. It's called gay pop.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah, yeah. And then it's like a
I
bunch of
saw
other
so many
gay pop artists.
responses to
Yeah.
that clip that were so funny, and it's just I think her biggest mistake is just trying to say that she was doing anything original because like this is like now a trope in pop to the point where it's like not really done in pop because it's so common or it was so common like a decade or two ago, and now she's just like I'm inventing a new thing, and
Well,
it's
I'm
like
so sick of all
nah.
these people inventing new genres. Every time I look around, people are inventing new genres. But here's the thing. I fucking invented a new genre before it was cool. I was the first guy to invent a new genre and call it my own thing. And then everyone starts doing it. And then now it's going
Well,
crazy. Now you got fucking JoJo Siwas claiming she's gonna start making a new genre called gay pop.
I think everybody's thing now is since we can see everyone on the internet and random people seem to blow up for like pointless or seemingly pointless shit, everyone's just trying to be the most unique they can and stand out the most they can. And you
Yeah,
can't stand out more than like creating a music genre. Like in the modern day, think about the people that I think about when I think about modern people who created a music genre or at least very much popularized it is like 100 gecs with hyperpop. You know,
yeah,
maybe they didn't create hyperpop, but they definitely influenced almost every modern hyperpop artist, to a major extent. And they were like they I would say they pretty much invented modern hyperpop. They maybe didn't directly invent the genre, but like everyone wants to be that important. Everyone wants to be that special. Um, I don't think it's someone said something to me in high school that I think only becomes truer throughout the years, that the music genres are coming to a point where they shouldn't exist, because like music is so accessible. Everyone can make and record music if you have a smartphone, which is really most people, like 99% of people do. You can make music for free. And I think that has like led to everyone wanting to stand out, be the next, I invented a genre.
Well, yeah, I mean, good for 100 gex. Good for 100 gex. So I'll give them that. They put in their work. But every time they say, I invented a new genre, it just sounds like something I've heard before.
It's true.
As someone that legitimately did invent a new genre called egg music, which
what genre? I'm not as updated on the Young Chuck lore as I should be.
it's okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's the thing. It's egg music, so it's one of a kind. It's very hard to explain. It's not like any
Egg
other
music,
genres.
I-
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
I
yeah.
came up with. That's why I called it egg music, because I was listening to it and I said, this doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard in my life before, because I had no idea what I was doing. So it sounded like that because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So
Well,
then
I think
just ran
that's-
with it.
I think that's what I want to capitalize on. I have the influence of someone who knows what they're doing, and I can just not know what I'm doing and have fun doing that and see
Yeah,
what it
take
creates.
advantage of that. Yeah, you'll be like Biggie, dude. You'll be fucking
Yeah.
Biggie for sure.
The white Biggie.
Yeah, the white Biggie.
The skinny Biggie.
Yeah, nice. That's got a nice ring to it.
I actually came up with a rap name recently. I don't know how good it is.
Yeah, let's go.
It's the number 3. It's 3 legs. Number 3, no space, LEGZ. 3 legs. Maybe an
Nice.
S. I don't know. I'm
Nice.
still deciding.
Yeah.
The Z's a little edgy. I don't know. I think that, but it makes it a little better than the S. I don't know. It's a hard choice.
Yeah, and you're not spelling the E in legs with a 3, which is good, because then
too
it's
many
just
threes.
then it's too much. Then yeah, I mean it's I feel like it's got like a hyper pop vibe. Anytime you throw a fucking number in there, you're automatically going in a hyper pop territory.
Oh, and a Z. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
especially
sure.
if you put a Z, then you're gonna be pigeonholed. But
I do kind of want to make some Drain hyper pop type.
I'll bet you do.
music.
I'll bet you do.
I'll bet you do. Wow, that's very
Yeah.
judgmental of you.
That's fine. That's fine. No, it's all love, dude. It's who doesn't want to make that type of music, man? You seem like
I
a
used
fan.
to, honestly, so I've only been living with Brad for like a couple months,
Mhm.
and I used to hate hyperpop and
Mhm.
have a moderate opinion of Drain,
Mhm.
and honestly, I have been converted. I've been converted. I have to say, I've been converted. I love
Nice.
Drain and hyperpop. Well, I like hyperpop now. I like really good hyperpop. Like songs and specific projects stand out to me.
Yeah.
But Drain I love. I'm kind of in love with Drain now.
Yeah.
So it's been a complete 180 for me, more or less.
I'm gonna take credit for getting Brad drained. Maybe I should.
Okay, so
Maybe
you
that's not
have
him.
you have indirectly gotten me into Drain.
Dude, I love Blade, man. Big Daddy Blade. I'm so jealous
Blade's great.
that Brad
I've been
has
listening to
seen it.
1D a
Nice.
lot. 1D.
Yeah,
over and over.
great fucking song. Great album.
So
What's that?
good.
Red Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Blade. Blade's fucking the man. Hyperpop I never really got as much into.
I enjoy the really good, like, I think Underscores released like a standout hyperpop project, and I don't really like average, boring hyperpop, or well, it's not, none of it's really boring, but like run-of-the-mill hyperpop, but I really enjoy like standout, particularly good hyperpop.
I like Frost Children. I've seen them live. They're fun.
I don't think I know who they are. Or I might have heard one of their
Yeah,
songs,
yeah.
but I don't know who they are.
Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing, dude. Friendship. Now you're living with Brad for a few months, and now you're fucking getting wedgie videos and listening to Blade.
Yeah, it's once we get the studio back, because I moved into the studio.
Oh shit.
So once we get the studio back, we're just gonna go crazy on the creative shit. We've already been like, we designed my current Instagram profile picture together.
You guys are
And,
already going crazy on the creative shit. It's really awesome to see. I feel like you guys are always fucking
Yeah.
up to something with the gang. Fucking.
We have
tagging
to.
something.
I showed him how to get to the train yard and everything. Like, he had done tags before me, but like the first pieces he had done was with me, and like that felt really cool because I feel like he's introduced me to so much creative shit. I got to give him a little bit more of an ability to do his creative shit.
Yeah, and
like-
he's such a creative fella too. Like he's always fucking
Oh,
grinding on
yeah.
something.
It's insane.
Yeah. He's always excited to tell me about whatever he's working on. And he's got like his embroidery machine and stuff like that, which is pretty swaggy. And
Yeah, there's an Ichabod patch now. There's a currently one of one Ichabod patch.
yeah, I have a one of one Twink Nation titty bird jacket. But you also did
Oh,
a bunch of modeling stuff for my dog Eve, Pear Bomb.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got me my first ever concert. I was booked by them,
Oh, yeah.
so fucking shouts out.
Dude, is it pear_bomb?
Mhm.
Pear_bomb on Instagram.
Yeah.
Best, one of my favorite artists in Kalamazoo. I'm gonna order a custom jacket and pants set covered in a bunch of local art patches as well as my own patches. Buy stuff from pear_bomb for real. Like what a legend. What a legend.
I met at a vaporwave show in Chicago, and fucking yeah, Pear spent 4 hours just jumping up and down doing the fucking pogo stick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking, it was impressive, dude. Just like that,
Yeah.
stop. And I was also tearing up the dance floor because I'm dancing. You know, I'm fucking. You know, I'm gonna be shaking ass
Oh,
hardcore
I've seen it. I've seen it on your Instagram
All
story. I know
night.
you be tearing that shit up.
all night, no stop. So between the two of us,
Yeah.
we were fucking tearing down the house. I think people were probably getting nervous.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
But yeah,
No,
I
that's
ended up.
a crazy energy. Two energies together.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a meeting of the minds for sure. Yeah, and then he lost his phone. He couldn't find his phone, so I was helping him look for it. And then I added him on Instagram, and then we were mutuals. And then he booked me for a show, and
Oh yeah.
it was in Kalamazoo, and I was like, you got to book my friend Brad too, and he did,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
how they
hell yeah.
became friends. Booyah, baby.
Yeah, now like so the local like group, the local graffiti community, which is more so just a group of us that like to graffiti, is me, the guy that I mentioned before, Brad,
Mhm.
and then Pear,
Mhm.
and another guy. Like that's our little community.
Mhm.
So that how they became friends there through you. Now they're like better friends now.
Yeah. Well, the fucking venue we were at they didn't have any like gear. They didn't have a microphone or speakers or anything like that. So I was like, Brad, I'll get you the show. We need your equipment too, though.
Yeah, his equipment is the best. I've organized a couple shows, and the last show that I ran, he
Mhm.
provided all the equipment for.
Yeah.
Which, other than the generator, which was massively helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Big love to Brad.
Great guy, genius, creative genius.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, real talkative fella. God bless him.
Oh yeah, and his favorite. I love him to death. His favorite thing to talk about is himself, which
Yeah.
I love because it's interesting to learn about all his creative stuff.
Yeah.
But when we interact, it's funny because like we just are both talking about ourselves in ways that relate to each other
Mhm.
while creating art together
Yeah.
at the same time. Like it's
it flows so well. Like it's always so much fun. Very happy to
Yeah,
live
no,
here
it's
with
great.
.jpeg himself.
Yeah, fucking legend, dude. Michigan's finest. Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah, it's always a blast. Yeah. Yeah. I like talking about myself too. How could you not? It's enjoyable.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's everyone's favorite. Whether you're willing to admit it or not, everyone's favorite thing is talking about themselves. What I was most excited for coming on this podcast, I was excited to talk to you, but honestly, I'm most excited to talk about myself, obviously. Like, who doesn't want to talk about themselves?
Hell yeah, Slay. Nice. Well, I don't want to keep you all day. It's getting fucking it is getting late over here.
No one's gonna listen this far. They're gonna be like, man, this guest fucking is boring as fuck, man.
No, dude, we got fans. Hey, this is fucking in the running. This might have been the second longest episode I've done.
Damn, how long have we gone now? Like 2 hours?
2 hours, 10 minutes, baby.
Damn,
2:10.
this is like a fucking. This is a length of Oppenheimer. Isn't that a timely reference?
Dude, I'm like the Joe Rogan experience, but cool. I'm like the swaggy Joe Rogan experience.
I'm the oh, I can't think of any Joe Rogan guests. I'm the Elon Musk of your Joe Rogan.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I mean it's good, time flies when you're having fun, so.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll see you in March, April.
Yeah, I'll probably be coming back. My term ends, I think, like March 1st, so I'll probably come back to the States like March 14th or something like that. I'm gonna need a little time to decompress.
Can I get my shout outs at the end of the podcast?
Yeah, dude, take your time. Yeah, I don't mean to rush you off. We can go another 20 minutes if you want. I just don't want to keep you up,
You're good. I wanna shout out Jeffrey Lillard. He passed away recently. Great guy, amazing poet, beautiful soul. I want to shout out my YouTube channel, Schubert on YouTube. Not my best work. Expect more FNAF content in the future. And my Instagram, uptown_dumpster. My cat, me being sexy, and graffiti. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I do.
And happy birthday to your cat.
And happy birthday to Thomas, man.
Yeah,
I love you, Thomas. I'm about to go right after this. If anyone is like watching this live, I'm about to post all the birthday photo shoot for my cat. He has a cute little hat and a pretty princess dress.
We're all eagerly awaiting the cute cat photos from your cat's birthday.
They're coming up
Thomas. Soon. Nice, hell yeah.
Well, it was nice to meet you and talk to you, Chuck.
Hell yeah, man.
Young Chuck.
Yeah, hell yeah. Likewise, bro. And I'll be looking forward to fucking being in the booth making thirst trap music videos with you and Brad in a few months' time. It'll be here.
I'll be practicing for the booth and for the thirst trap. I'll be ready for both.
I want to see you doing push-ups every day.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. All right, well, I'll see you around, man. It was a pleasure. Thank you for coming on the Young Chuck podcast.
Of course.
Booyah! Happy birthday, Thomas.
Booyah.
Ciao for now, bro.
See ya.
See ya. Well. A nice 2 hour, 12-minute podcast with the dude uptown dumpster, Dax the King Dodge. Dodgy man. Old Dodger. Yeah. Well, that was fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun too. I like having fun. It's important to have fun. You need to have a little bit of fun every day. Otherwise, it's not fun anymore. So, thank you for tagging along. Thank you for stopping by the Young Chuck podcast. It was so great to see you. Arrivederci.